post in my places.
Why don't you you're in our Monster Monday. Why don't you promo there? Why do I have to,
Okay.
You are. Post there.
Yeah. We will literally freely promo you. We like... Who are you again?
Feel free to mention us.
Yeah. You know, promoted by these really cool kids.
Ooh, whoops. Oh, for the skill feat, I grabbed the terrain expertise for jungle. Figured that'd be helpful for the group.
Terrain expertise. I might already have that.
It just gives a +1 circumstance bonus to survival checks.
Yeah, good. You're probably better at survival than I am now. I have 8.
I am at a 7.
Shit. I might be too good at what I do.
All right, I have posted in 3 places, and we are
posted in the Monster Monday. This isn't the Monster Monday Discord.
Oh, whoopsies!
I am back.
You dingus! This is Adventures in Hatray.
This is my this is my personal Discord.
This is where we play the games. We can't play the games Monster Monday because people might come watch.
They might come watch. So just in general. There's
a stream announcements channel, actually.
Ah, there we go.
Here, I'll ping your...
Like we...
Here.
So is there any meaning behind Hatray, or is it just Earth backwards?
Hey, I think you're the first person to notice that without me telling them.
I mentioned it as well, and then you looked, and then you replied to me as if I was a fucking moron. You were like, "Yeah, it is," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. Congrats. You're not stupid.
Yeah. And then he then made a mention of like there's some kind of other system or something out there that has something similar to that. Isn't it a Transformers reference?
What?
Okay, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I don't know what I'm talking about. BB's just gonna make fun of me again. He likes doing that. I'm the class clown. Everybody bullies me.
I bully everybody.
Yeah, I know. I'd be funny so everybody can pretend it's hiding pain.
Real laugh hiding... No, was it? Fake laugh hiding real pain.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man, why do you think comedians have the worst suicide rate?
Because they're not funny.
They can't make their own jokes.
But hello, Internet. Welcome back to Kaiju.
Oh, we weren't talking about anything
Tomb of
weird.
Annihilation.
They should kill themselves.
You can't sit on in video games. In video games.
Oh man, my channel just got banned.
In Minecraft. You know.
Oi.
Oof. We don't want our buddy here to get banned for anything that might be said. You know.
How you guys doing?
Buddy.
Apparently, we got some weird energy. Is what we got.
Always. It's always a good vibe. Unfortunately, we will be down a party member tonight. I'll be sort of taking over Bob, as his real life counterpart cannot make it to the stream tonight.
He died.
Moment of silence, please.
R.I.P. All right, that's over with. But yeah, he had a real life incident. He won't be able to make it, and so we're stuck with ever again. These 4 dudes. And how you guys doing? You guys doing all right?
I'm doing all right.
I'm making pizza rolls. They require 2 hands.
Hell
Alex,
yeah.
did you have to reset your account or something? Your token at the bottom.
He did.
Yeah, I built a new computer, and it's a different Windows, because my old one was Windows 10, and none of my stuff transferred over to Windows 11.
So
That's why you don't transfer to Windows 11.
Couldn't just turn on your old computer then and just be like, "Oh, that's my password."
Oh, well, I mean, it's not hooked up, and I was too lazy to unhook everything to rehook everything up.
Wah, wah, wah.
I see.
But I guess a recap to catch people up. So we are currently playing.
Well, not if you feel that bad about it. You sounded so reluctant. I guess we'll do a recap.
Yeah, okay. No recap.
You can make BB do the recap.
True.
Yeah, I could. I got it.
Yeah.
Tag me in, Coach.
Yep. High five. Tagged you in.
All right. Last session was session 12. Zig had a nightmare, a remnant from our fights with the hags that he managed to survive. He pushed past it, and we traveled south towards Camp Vengeance. After 2 days of travel, we witnessed a sky terror, otherwise known as a pterodon, soaring overhead, and fortunately, it passed us by. Another 3 days later, we came across a gang of hadrosaurs that we swiftly scattered and continued down a short way, arriving at Camp Righteous, only to find it deserted with moldy tents and burnt-down structures. Natty found an axe beak that he tamed and then disappeared after there from the rest of the session. Whereas Alexander discovered a ruined chapel to the south, from which he recovered a holy symbol. While they were putzing around in camp, Gossip found a hole that led deeper into a statue that the party had spied from some distance away, and the mountain that it was built into. Before she could delve too deeply into it, Alexander and Zig awoke a swarm of snakes within a command tent. These snakes assaulted both Zig and Alexander before they managed to draw them out of the tent, and Gossip finished them off with a spray of stars. After recovering from the poison and licking their wounds, the party decided to investigate the passage that Gossip found. She jumped across she actually first fell into a 20 feet deep pit, managed to catch herself. She then used her powers of the cosmos to make herself almost weightless and leapt across to the other side, landing on a trap that she narrowly avoided. However, while she was trying to tend to her own wounds, Anadi deliberately leapt on the trap again and almost killed her.
Mm-hmm.
Saved only by her insubstantial starry nature.
Allegedly.
Allegedly saved by her insubstantial starry nature.
Oh,
I lied about it, yes.
Yeah, that allegedly.
Gasa managed to get back over to the safe side before Anadi could finish the job, and took to healing herself while the rest of the party explored the dungeon. And while Gasa was trapped on the other side because she could not make the jump again, she discovered that the boats had been stolen. Meanwhile, the rest of the party discovered some more puzzles, and they found a jug on top of a dais that they retrieved and brought outside. Alexander identified it as a jug of alchemy, which can produce various potions. A gang of goblins menaced the party after they emerged from the little treasure room and demanded that they hand over whatever they had retrieved from it. Anadi led the talks and with them before Gasa stepped in and charmed the pants off the goblins with Anadi as interpreter and convinced them that this colorful cloak that she had been working on was actually the treasure that they had recovered. They traded this to the goblins, who returned their boats, allowing them to set out towards Camp Vengeance. A few days later, they did so. They encountered a guard whose name I refuse to recognize. But the guard eventually opened the gate and awoke a swarm of mosquitoes that began flying at the party. That's where we are right now.
And we will immediately pick up right there. Let's hit this combat music and have everyone roll for initiative.
Or did it too slow?
Yeah, but you didn't left click on your character.
I did?
Oh, no. Shit. It loaded in for me afterwards. I don't know why.
Ooh,
feels bad.
What's that mosquito swarm gun?
Love rolling twos. Love that.
Let's see.
What the fuck was that?
Sorry, I tried to cover my mouth, but I coughed.
No, it wasn't like in the back.
Yeah.
It was probably my dad laughing at the TV.
Oh.
He gets very loud.
That's pretty poor initiative.
All right. And so
I'm
as the
thinking-
gates of the fortress slowly swing open, a nasty stagnant puddle washes past you, soaking your boots, and from it arises a very angry swarm of mosquitoes that form almost
shit.
like a black cloud in front of you. It's so densely populated. But first to act is Gossa.
Burn it. Splash damage. Same as before.
Good thing
I
they're all
got-
still
I have-
soaking wet.
I have 15-foot cones. I'm not gonna step into the front here. I'm sorry. I apologize.
It'll be Bob's
Burn
turn
it.
next. He can stand in front of you.
Don't apologize for being you.
Damn.
I'm actually going to delay.
All right, and that is when you remove your turn in initiative and choose when you. come
It's
back
a
in.
free action that I can take at the start of my turn, and I can just move where I am in initiative
Alrighty.
after anybody else's turn.
Alrighty. And so, for intents and purposes, you will essentially be skipped, and we will go to Bob. And Bob,
Yep.
sensing the threat at hand, begins to flex and gyrate his muscles,
What?
sending out
What he does.
inspiring courage.
How does a man
Inspired-
gyrate his muscles?
They begin to vibrate at such an intense speed that he almost turns invisible.
Oh no.
And that's actually all he's going to really be doing, because he doesn't like to actually go up and punch things. And so then we go to the mosquitoes. And they, being very upset that they were disturbed, will
Attack the guards.
now chase after the closest food item that they sense, which will be Anadi and Alexander here. So it uses one action to fly up, loud buzzing as they encompass you and begin to fly under your clothes and bite you all over. Feels like you're getting full body tattoos. I need both of you to make. Where is it?
Fortitudes? Actually, well, they gotta hit first.
Reflex. Both of y'all need to make a reflex save.
I'm generally decent at those. Oh, fuck yeah. 27.
Alrighty.
Swarms.
And so, Alexander, you will take a whopping 3 points of piercing damage, and Anadi will take 1. However, you both need to make fortitude saves now.
Oh, it's some bullshit. I'm not good at these, but I'm rolling hot.
Is this a save against a disease?
Yes.
Okay, that's a 30 then.
Alrighty. And so now they will use
And
their
if it-
third and final action. I need you two to make 2 more reflex saves.
21 and 19. I want to.
Just. Oh, did you go ahead and make a fortitude save?
Yeah, I just made one immediately afterwards. Well, I'm
Okay.
assuming they hit anyways.
Let's see. If Alexander rolled an 8 on reflex, that is a big.
Wait, did you
ouchie.
mean 2 more as in 1 each or 2 of us each?
1 each?
Oh, well then I got a 24.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's up there.
Okay.
You rolled with disadvantage.
Yeah. That's how much these mosquitoes don't like you. Well, in that case, you both take another 3 points of piercing damage, and then let me get you each to make 1 more fortitude save.
Mine was 19.
Okay, 19.
Yeah.
And
Another 30.
Wow.
Jesus. Damn.
Love them 30s.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
If it's not already a crit success, it becomes a crit success.
It was 1 anyway.
Okay, good.
Damn.
And 1 second.
Oh, that means.
Divine health already putting in work.
If you got a crit on 29, then my 19 might already be good enough to succeed?
Indeed, we don't know.
Oh,
You'll have to
I'm allowed
find out when you get sick. If you get
I'm allowed to
sick.
use my math.
Well, technically, if it's 30 to be a crit success because
You
I
said you
rolled a
succeeded
29.
with it. You said you already got a crit with 29.
No, if it wasn't a crit success with the 30, it would become a crit success.
And so then we go to Hanadi.
Hi.
Aye. What is your plan of action to deal with this swarm of pestering pests?
I believe it would be to run the fuck away. And so that is exactly what I'm going to do.
Can you click on your dude? Do you need me to?
No, I can't.
Okay.
Don't worry. I'm just I'm trying to figure out where I should go. But I think I'm just gonna go over here across the fucking coastline.
Gossip
just
ought
go
to
swim
scatter
across the
again.
I have a climb speed, not a swim speed. And these things fly, so climbing won't really help. Yeah. Do I fucking...
I don't know.
I will hunt prey, and then I will use my cool
says-
ability.
You designate a single creature.
Wow, I never thought of it that way. You know what? That's fair. Then I will not
Which
do that.
mosquito, motherfucker?
Yeah, which of
That
the
one.
thousands of mosquitoes do you mark?
I will then use my fancy toy of a feat, Volo's knowledge, to add +5 to a recall check.
Alrighty.
And would this be a nature
This
or something
indeed would be a nature check.
else? All right, so this is so 19.
A 19. Alright. You recognize this quote unquote creature as a thin mosquito swarm, specifically. And what is one thing you would like to know about them mechanically?
Before I do that, how many recall knowledges can I do in one turn?
Technically, you could do all your actions as a recall knowledge.
Okay,
It's just
then
an
I'd
action.
like to just make another check to do that,
Alright.
just so I could possibly learn to.
Just sitting
So
there
this one has
pondering
no
the
+5.
bugs.
Well, Anani's gonna run over here and then shout like how bad these fucking things are. 20. So,
All right, with a 20, that is also another success. And
Alright,
you can now identify 2 things mechanically about this creature.
What required me to make that fortitude save? Like, what's the DC for it, and what does it do?
Let's see. You know, typically, math-wise, as this has no meaning in the context of the world, typically, it is a DC 20 against the disease that they typically carry. And are you using your second question to ask what the disease is?
Yes. I'll
Told
do
you
it
that
way.
29 wasn't a crit.
The disease, these things have typically been known to carry, is called phyrexic malaria.
What?
And-
Brexit malaria?
Yep, phyrexic,
What? I'm gonna take
like
Phyrexic?
Brexit.
like phyrexia.
Yeah,
Where
phyrexic
you-
malaria.
Yeah, where you slowly start to die.
Fun.
But yeah, it's a pretty debilitating disease if you become infected with it.
Well, I have a 19, so I did.
You don't know. I said normally.
Yeah,
But,
well, you told me DC 20.
I said normally.
You don't know.
Okay.
But phyrexic malaria, it typically is a disease that just constantly makes you feel ill, and then if you don't get better after a couple days, you just die.
Do I know how many days since I succeeded the check?
If everything goes wrong, once you start showing symptoms, you will live for 5 days.
Oof. Okay.
It can
Uh-oh.
kill you
There is a
in
time.
quickly as 5 days if you are infected with it.
Yeah.
And so you moved 2 knowledge recalls. That is,
Natty then
your
shouts
full
that out
turn.
to everybody, and so yeah.
And then we go to
Gasa will act.
Oh, okay. We will bump up Gasa.
Yep. So this is 25 feet away. But let me see. I'm not sure. Is there any difficult terrain moving down there?
Technically, this is like a hill, and then all through here is muddy with a bunch of dead bodies.
Actually, could I just go here?
Where?
Sorry, right there?
Yes.
Okay. Gasa goes under the boat.
Okay.
And hides. That'll be your turn?
Cowards.
Goodness.
No, here, let me make sure this works. 3, because it shapes itself. Sorry, I was looking up how the,
How cones work?
Yep. And so that is how a 15-foot cones works if I choose to do it from the corner of my square.
Alright. Looks like it shaped perfectly.
Yep. So I'm going to do just that and unleash this, Gasa lifts her hands up, and it almost looks like tiny motes of light, almost like stars, gather around her before she flings them forward. And I need this assuredly, clumsy swarm to make a reflex save.
Alright, reflex. They got an 18 total.
Really? Oh, wow.
Jesus.
Oh, that is a failure.
I know, they rolled pretty low.
Oh, good. That is 7 fire damage, plus hopefully weakness.
And or splash.
That counts as area damage?
Yes.
All
yep,
right.
it's a cone.
Yes.
So 7 from you directly. Alrighty. You twirl out cosmic forces from your hands toward this, towards these simple creatures, and watch as they begin to become consumed by cosmic fire and just pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, and as Gasa was gathering this fire in her hands, you could see her hair and she's got almost midnight black hair, and you can almost see stars twinkling in it, and as it starts to almost float along with her clothes around her.
Very good. And
So
now
she is becoming weightless.
Zig.
Alright. I'm gonna, with my sword in hand, I am going to swing with the flat side out, because I don't think, actually swing it through with the sword's gonna do much. So, I'm gonna make one attack, and then I'm gonna move.
Next splitter. Alright, a 16 unfortunately is a miss as you swing out, and the swarm of mosquitoes kind of just circulates around your blade.
Alright. Are we getting the +1 from Bob?
Yes, plus
Yes.
Okay.
Would a 17 hit?
Nope.
Okay.
Alright, then I will try again. Well,
Alrighty.
27 hit.
That will hit. A 27 does hit as you slash into the swarm.
And then, my damage goes up by 1, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So it
hurl
goes
your
up to 12.
you hurl your axe quickly with great orcish might, and just the gust from your blade ripping through them, just kind of the momentum sort of just flings them down into the mud, and they don't seem to fly back up after that. And I believe you have one action left.
I will step back.
All right, it goes to Alexander.
All right. Let's see. We're gonna move. Take my movement over here, and make, I guess, 2 attacks.
All right.
Oh my
Ooh.
god. He hits
Pretty
all
awesome.
the bugs.
All right, so you step out from the swarm, making sure that you can clearly see your basically intangible target, and then you strike up almost a Street Fighter-esque pose and hurl your mighty gauntlet into the swarm, and almost very Fist of the North Star. You punch into the swarm, no immediate effect, and then there's like a rapid swirling of wind that kind of makes the swarm dissipate.
Oh shit. Okay.
And with that, it seems like the combat is over.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
You guys survived my mosquito trap.
How difficult.
How the fuck does anti-plague work?
It gives you a
It's
bonus on your
pretty
next
good.
save.
Does it? How long does it? 24 hours.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, you drink it like the day before, and it's good for the next day you would make the save.
I'm drinking my anti-plague.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm not. I'm not
Okay.
showing symptoms yet.
Well, you guys get ambushed by a swarm by a swarm of bugs, and the guard kind of calls out from the top. You guys all right?
Yes, we're fine. Everything's good.
All right.
Did you just happen to have like a trap of fucking mosquitoes at your gate?
How are you?
He goes, we're doing. Oh, I can't even lie. We're not doing great. But yeah, sorry about the bugs. There's nothing we can do about that. We have a bad pest problem right now. But
How do ya?
gates open. Come on inside. And with that, allow me to reveal the rest of Camp Vengeance.
Well, quite defensible.
Yep. Bob follows you guys inside. As you guys begin to enter the sort of barriers of this wall, the somewhat foul stink of the outside is replaced with a more condensed, stagnant stank as you guys enter this quote-unquote fortress. As you look around, this fortress, while the map looks to be in good detail, it is not. All the entire ground is basically mud. There's no real solid ground anywhere. There's puddles of stagnant, just bile everywhere. The tents seem to be
Gross.
temps in the wood seem to be soaking and rotting and just adding to that mildewy smell. But yeah, you guys are now inside.
Oh,
Inside the fort.
Orsa Bill.
Once you guys sort of pass through this sort of somewhat pretty thick looking like raised area that the gate was made under, there's a little bit of like a staircase going up the side, and you can see someone kind of hanging out, picking their nails with a knife, just sort of looking at you. She looks like this.
Okay.
She doesn't say anything. She's just kind of looking at you guys.
And now he stifles a laughter at the fucking thing.
Damn, did you live like this?
Seriously.
Classic memes.
You know, from the top down, it looks quite nice, but once you hear, ugh.
So wait, does it smell better or worse on the inside?
You
said it was more concentrated but less stagnant.
No, I said more stagnant. It doesn't smell better or worse. It's just different. It's a different kind of terrible. You replace the smell of rotting bodies with just the stagnant water smell. And as you guys come inside, as I said, there's mud and water pooling everywhere. There's bugs just all around you. It's like you're walking through a swamp. There's just mosquitoes and beetles and little water striders just everywhere. Every so often you swear you see like a fat rat just run between tents somewhere. You can see a couple soldiers. I'm not putting all their minis out each theater to mine. See a couple of soldiers walking around, doing what appear to be chores, maybe guarding some of these like treehouse looking forts around the walls. If any of them get close enough to you, you can see that they do not seem to be in good condition. Most have either some kind of sores or like blisters on them. Most of them are coughing or sneezing. Kind of just goes with the dour sort of mood being set in this fort. And so, what do you guys do?
Was she the one addressing us?
She hasn't said anything to you guys. The one who was talking to you seemingly was some other more normal looking NPC guard. And as you guys enter, the gate begins to slowly crank close behind you guys.
Well, I suppose start looking around.
Zach, I DM'd you a question if you want to take a look at it for a second.
Oh, sure. One moment.
Yeah. Anati will approach this woman when you get the chance.
We haven't directly discussed it. You are a part of the Order of the Gauntlet. However, your orders were pretty open. You do get like free stay at the temple in Port Zaru because you are a member of the quote unquote guild. However, your orders didn't really attach you to anyone, so like you were essentially more or less free to sort of do whatever you wanted to attain your goals as part of the guild.
Okay.
But you do know that most of the people who do come here with the guild, essentially sort of military style, they're like, you report to this person and you are in their company. You take orders from them, sort of thing. Because for the most part, it is sort of a militaristic sort of guild. But they seem to be mostly on like the peacekeeping side. They don't go out and fight wars, but they will go out to war-torn countries if they need aid for like supplies, medical attention, that kind of stuff.
Okay. Guess I'll go talk to this chick.
Yeah, that's
well,
what I'm...
Gossa would like to talk to the guard that initially let us in.
Alrighty.
Because he was asking, like, oh, are we here to help? And she's like, who's the person in charge?
Alright. As whoever all is wanting to make their way up to this sort of staircase, this individual, this Chultian female with like tattoos and sort of almost tribal sort of armor, makes way to let you guys come in. She's kind of just eyeing you guys. Inside, you could see a couple more NPC type characters. Some of them mostly guards, but there is other.
These NPC type characters? Do they have any exclamation points or anything over their head?
Not really, but
okay.
There's two that stand out. These two seemingly natural Chultians, and then there's three others in this room who appear to be more dressed as like regular guard type individuals. And of course, walking around this room, you can see that this room is actually like some sort of armory. There's like crates with like weapons and armor and such in them. These two, they don't really say much of anything. They just kind of look at you. But you go up to the one guard that let you in, and is like, "Oh, yeah. So you guys said that you were here to help, because we could really use some help."
Looks like it.
He goes, "All right, good." He kind of brings you back to the staircase and points at this big tent. He goes, "That is the commander's tent. Commander Breakbone. He go in there and see him. He's the one who can fill you in on better what we need.
Breakbone. One word?
Yes. Commander Niles Breakbone.
I see why he goes by Breakbone.
Yeah, and if you don't mind, was there a half-orc that came through here? I believe their name was Silvertusk?
He kind of looks around, and this individual, he kind of nods his head. It's like, yeah, I guess she's here. Is she a friend of yours?
Not really. She was looking for somebody to bring her down here, and we got a little occupied, so I was just making sure she made it here all right.
Well, I guess she's here somewhere. It's not a very big fort.
Undrill.
I'm sure
Yeah.
you'll find her
Undrill.
somewhere.
Yeah. All right. Pleasure, mate. And I'll start following the people to the main tent, wherever they're going.
All right. And he pointed
it-
to this the biggest tent. And as you guys go to it, there is like a closed flap. So it is quote unquote sealed up. How do you guys handle that?
We light the tent on fire. Each of us moves to a different side of it, so if he comes out, we'll just stab him immediately.
I take a sniper position just in case anybody does get away.
Yep. Bob gets on this side over here. We get Alexander over here.
All right, you guys
3, 2,
flank the
1,
tent.
2.
The tent is now flat-footed
No.
And on fire.
and on fire. Okay.
In fact, we collapsed.
All right,
Logs
we
on
look.
fire, so it lands on them.
We
All
wait for
right.
it to burn down. We nod to each other. Mission accomplished.
Campaign's
and we
over. Pack
head
it
back
up,
to the
go home.
boats.
Oh, that was the campaign ender? We killed Esarak right there.
Yep. Turns out he was right there in that tent the
So
whole
much
time.
Who's Commander Breakbone?
Yeah,
It's so
get it?
obvious.
Breakbone because he's a
Yep.
he's a lich. He's made
I
of
opened
bones.
the tent flap
All
and
right,
I
you-
handed Zach.
We knock on the tent.
All right.
I don't. I just open
Gossa
it.
knocks
All right. She knocks on
Tell me how
the
you knock on canvas.
flap, not very well,
with your hand.
and you
With the
kind
flat
of
of your hand, not with
just
your
barge
knuckles.
in. And inside, you see 3 rather distinct-looking individuals. They seem to be sort of
Long
crowding
names.
around an impromptu table, looking at pieces of paper and such. And you see 2 humans, a male and female, and a dwarf. And upon opening up the flap, this individual, a blonde-haired, pale-skinned human, goes, "What do you think you're doing? Close the damn flap. There's bugs out there. We have enough problems with them already."
I invite Gossa in, then I close the flap. I don't know how quickly they want this thing.
Gossa will step in.
I will
Alrighty.
also go in.
Hello.
I'll sit on the outside and listen since
He goes,
it's full.
"Oh, there's 3 of you. What are y'all doing in my tent?"
Actually.
5.
We were directed to come and meet you.
Yeah, one of
Meet
your
me.
mates on top of the gate.
Have I heard of Commander Breakbone before?
Make me a society check.
Society check. Do.
No, yeah.
23.
23.
He didn't do it
All right,
last
you
time.
have heard of Commander Breakbone before. He is an official part of the Order of the Gauntlet. He left the Port Narnzaru quite some time, like while you were still in port, just kind of meandering around, trying to find, I guess, a purpose. And you know that he was essentially set out to do what the main goal was, which was to fight back the hordes of undead. And so he left probably about 2 months ago at this point. Though, memory serves, you believe he was actually headed to set up a place called Camp Righteous.
That was the place we just left, wasn't it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know him personally or really too much about him, other than a few rumors that he may be inept as a leader.
Yeah, okay.
And so
Pleasure to meet you all, but my name's Nettie. We're the Bee Gees. Fuck.
We flash our
Yeah,
customary gang sign when he says that.
Oh, is that what we have now? Tell me, what is that, Tomko?
You make a B with one
See.
hand and a G with the
Yeah.
other.
How the
I was gonna
fuck
say.
do you make a B with one hand?
I can do it.
Yeah, it's quite easy.
I'll send you a
hard.
picture later.
Yeah, we'll throw up gang signs over Twitter. But
I'll send you one right now. Shit.
Okay.
it's just gonna be him flipping the bird. But
Yep.
but presumably Mr. Breakbone, he seems to be in no real mood, not a real friendly mood. The other two individuals don't really say anything. They're kind of just almost just being part of the situation now. And he goes, "Hi, Bee Gees, you said it was.
Yeah.
So you said you're here to help."
I don't think we said that. Your man at the front wanted us to help, and then he invited us in to help, and now we're here because I suppose you guys need help.
We're here
Great.
to help.
He's very abrasive, very short tempered. But he goes, "All right, great. If you're here to help, here's what I need you to do." He
Able
goes,
to help?
he goes, "How did you get here? Did you get here by foot, or did you manage to survive the river?"
We got
Out here by the
boats.
boats.
Boats. Great. What I'm going to need you lot to do is we have some very sick boys, and we need you to take them back to Port Naranzaru, where they can get better medical attention, and then bring us back more medical supplies, and also more surviving rations.
Right?
Easy enough. We've only got 2 boats. It would have to be. We'd have to split our group and take,
Or
a few
we could
men
do,
at a time.
Yeah, that or we
Unless you have
could.
larger boats you can lend us.
He goes, we only have a
four
few
boats.
boats left, but you can take some of those, and just be sure to bring more boats back with you."
How many people do you need to be treated?
He goes, "Really? Everyone. However, I have 7 who need dire medical attention right now."
Do you mind if I meet with them?
He goes, "Yep, go to the southern medical tent." He points to this direction. "Yep, go in there, talk to your sister, Sias. She's the one leading." And you just leave before he finishes the statement.
Have you tried divine procedures?
Yes. As her title would suggest, Sister Cyrus is a cleric. However, divine healing seems to be not enough at this juncture for the wounded individuals. Gasa, presumably you go into this tent. It's also
Gasa has a lot of sort of fabrics that she wears.
Okay.
So she's gonna take one of her scarves and sort of wrap it around her face like an impromptu mask,
Alrighty. And then
like
you hit.
almost a medical mask, and then she goes inside.
Alrighty. Once inside, you see several people on very impromptu cots. They don't look very sturdy, but they're coughing, they're wheezing, they have sores all over them, and there are 3 people trying to tend to these individuals. 2 look like more normal sort of guard sort of people, and then 1 looks more distinct. Seemingly she is Sister Cyrus. And upon entering the tent, she greets you somewhat warily, somewhat warmly. It's like, "Oh, hello, dear. You I don't recognize your face. Are you new here?"
Maybe I'm just really in a murder hobo mood tonight. But again, my first instinct is to burn down this tent with all the sick people in it.
Jesus.
I'm going to repress that instinct.
You've been playing Wrath of the Lich King too much.
I'm going to suppress that instinct. And Gasa will introduce herself. Yes, I am Gasa. I came with a crew from Port Nyanzaru. We came down to ensure one of our friends had reached the area. Undril Silvertusk, maybe you've met her.
She goes, "Oh yes, I know Undril. She's quite a sweet dear. She's helping some of my other acolytes in the northern medical tent right now."
Oh, excellent. I'll visit her next.
But
Actually,
she
I'll go now. Goodbye.
was like, "Oh
No,
wait."
no, Gasa, 6th round. She's like, I wanted to verify the condition of the soldiers. We're talking to your commander about taking them back to Port Nyanzaru with us.
She goes, "Oh, that is good." With some like she goes, she kind of frizzles her hair. Everyone is sick here. Everyone is so damn sick. This place is so filthy, but we can't really do anything about it. Um,
Do
but
you
some of the
have any
ones,
idea what? Oh, sorry. Continue. I
she
apologize.
says some of the ones that we keep in these tents, we've been trying to focus medical attention on them because they just seem to be having the worst go. And honestly, if you guys didn't hear, she kind of leans in and whispers, "I don't know if they would make it another week."
Gasa leans in closer after she leans in. She's like,
Uh-oh.
I mean, truth be told, they might still not. But we'll try to prevent that.
She goes,
Let her go off on her own.
she says that it is a scarily true possibility, but we will hopefully prevent that. And she kind of clasps your hand. She's like, I appreciate Groot greatly. You guys are truly sent here by, let's see, where is she?
The Divines.
Yeah.
Saren Ray?
No, that's Pathfinder.
Not her.
This is Pathfinder.
Yeah. Flaming Fist ain't though. Or the Order.
Gasa worships a Galarian deity.
I'm trying to.
I was told
find
we're
her.
still doing this in Galarian pretty much.
Yeah. I can't find her, but yeah, she says, "Truly, you guys are a blessing sent from the divines." I don't know what all services you would need in help of transportation of these individuals, but we'll do what we can to make it more amendable to y'all.
Well, that is why I came over to see the state. Are they ambulatory? Are they able to walk?
She points out the ones that are the ones who were designated the worst case, the ones who are needing to leave, and basically, she shows that they can't really function. They are too weary and too sick. These cots are basically going to have to be turned into stretchers and carried out to a vessel to take them back.
And then the other thing Gasa wants to know is if they know what is afflicting these people, or is like it all different ailments? Do they all have the same sickness?
She says it is a plethora of problems here. This place is a cesspool. Whatever blights are stricken upon this camp are just compounding on each other. There's the rot of the dead bodies, there's stagnant water, there's the pests, there's the wastes that we can't dispose of properly. There's just too much to handle.
I see. And Gasa wants to actually try to inspect one of the soldiers a little bit. I don't think she's gonna get a lot out of it, but could she do a medicine sort of check? Just gauge them herself?
So you go up to one of them and roll a medicine check.
Yeah, I'm not great at medicine. I'm more focused on my charisma, but I am invested at least a little bit. Oh, that's a super good roll for me.
26. All right. You go up to this one individual. He's covered in mosquito bites, possibly has some sort of poison ivy-like rash on his basically entire left arm. However, with Sister sort of directing you, she says that's not his true issue. As she opens his mouth, shines a little bit of light.
I was worried what she was going to show me.
And points out, you can see in his mouth and down into his throat It almost appears normal until she has you look in there for a moment, and then you can see translucent white strings just squirming into his meat of his throat. And
Ooh.
Fucking maggots in him.
not maggots. She, once you notice them, it becomes tricks flips a switch in your brain. Words they jumbled up a little bit, and you recognize that this individual is suffering from something called throat leeches.
Gross.
You know what, guys? I think the murder hobo instincts were right. I think fire is what this all calls for. I think fire is the right call.
Some Blackwater shit.
And you note that throat leeches are a very common problem here in Schult if you don't drink purified water. Properly purified water.
Can I help with that?
You can attempt.
No, I'm trying to see like if I have like purified food and drink. And unfortunately I do not.
Well, but who knows?
NASA channels the mysteries of the universe, not the natural world.
But you do know a good little bit about this disease, though. You do know throat leeches. They obviously make it very hard to ingest anything, and they sort of repelled to desire to do so. On top of that, so not only are you dying from a parasite, you're dying from malnutrition.
Geez, like, so my question is, we're going back upstream.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it took us, counting the days, I think it took us like 10 days to get down here.
10, 12.
Let's see. I'm gonna look
at the map. It was 4, 3, 4, and then a little, right?
So 2 days of travel, we saw the giant flying beast. 3 days after that, we saw the hadrosaurs. We had our whole little adventure there.
Yeah, basically a whole week of rowing down the river to get here.
Yep, I just put traveling a few more days. I think it was like 3 or 4. Can they make it that long?
She says, well, their only options are to sit here and stay in their condition, which they're not going to make it. Or
I mean, Gossa might not even be asking this. This is almost more like with her medicine check. Does she think?
Oh,
I don't think she's going to be talking about like, hey, is there any point in even bringing these guys along? Are they just going to die before they get there in front of the guys? She's got better bedside manner than that.
With your medical score,
yes,
you did roll pretty well. You don't know the full extent of this one soldier's plagues. She just sort of helped direct you that is his primary concern. But it's very hard to say. You give him about a 50-50.
Jeez. Okay. Well, Gossa takes this all into account. Then she's going to go up to the northern tent, visit with Undrill, regale her with like why they ended up not being able to help her take, and let somebody else play the game a little bit.
Okay. I'll just go ahead and reveal her though. But yeah, while that whole conversation is going on between Sister and Gossa, we come back to the tent. Zig and Bob, you guys are being attacked by mosquitoes outside the tent. And
Zig
yep, Zig and Bob.
There's room in here now. No, Bob can't come in. There's no room.
Bob's muscles are too big.
Shit. This man's muscles. We're gonna squish. That's her name.
Oh yeah. But Mr. Niles, he starts to strike up sort of a conversation with you guys. And he sort of, I guess just to bring it back to their subject, to the topic of hand in this current room, he goes, well, if you guys are here to help, consort with Sister Saris about what she needs and what the plan of action is to get the most needy back to Port Naranzaru.
I have a question.
Yes.
Have you been making these trips yourself?
We have tried making trips. It has been well over a week since we have last attempted a trek, and honestly, we were at this point we were just hoping someone would come by to check up on us. We have tried to send treks through on foot through the jungle. We have sent people upriver on some of our rafts. None of them have ever returned.
Well, I don't blame them if they did make their way up there and survived and didn't want to come back.
Because no, if they made it, they would have sent word that we need help down here. My men are better than that. The only conclusion is they didn't make it back to port.
I'm not doubting any of your faiths. I look over at Alexander before he gives me a dirty eye. I'm just saying, from the sounds of, I'm assuming within this camp, we can hear like there's people like off in the fucking distance moaning because of how shitty this environment is.
Not really moaning, but there's definitely a lot of coughing, wheezing, and of course the constant buzz of bugs.
Yeah, so Nadi's just assuming here. But your situation ain't exactly the best. That's why I was just saying what I was saying. I can't promise much help, but do you have anybody with an alchemist set around here?
He goes, no. We don't have any sort of, I guess, alchemists is what most people call them. Not many of their persuasion join our group.
Understandable. Sammy Shershot.
Sammy Shershot.
Yep, Samuel Shershot, if I'm correct.
Yep.
Well, fuck me. I'm gonna look around, and I'll leave. Jeez, why can't I remember her name? Alexander to talk with his boss.
You just kind of exit the tent, and he's like, "Did he really just leave without addressing?" And he kind of looks at you other guys, your squad mates.
Yes,
it's the BG way.
Quite a bit.
We're a special group.
Who the fuck do you think you are without addressing you? Excuse me.
He goes, indeed. But
so
you see him. He seems pretty razzled. He kind of frizzles his hair, and he goes, "Well, what about you three who are still in the tent? What services can you provide for us?"
Well, we can transport the sickly. It would take time if time allows it.
And that's only if they survive the trip.
And it also depends on what else you have that needs done. Clearly, our camp here is not in great condition.
He goes, indeed it is not. But he goes, with you undertaking the quest to get our men back to port to get them better medical attention, he's sort of addressing you now that he notices that you are a member of the order. He goes, bring it up to any of the other commanders that we at Camp Righteous need more assistance. We need more men, more supplies, more medical attention.
I will see what we can do.
And he goes, well, if there's nothing else I can address, questions that you have, please make your way to see Sister Saris.
Before we head out, this is probably something we should get in writing.
All right. Oh, what, the actual orders?
Yes.
He goes, not a problem. Pern, write up a docket, and The female human individual begins to gather up some papers, quill set, and begins to jot things down. And you can see she's almost like filling something out.
Mm.
And she kind of mentions that this will take a minute.
Fine. I suppose we should begin preparations to disembark immediately then.
Are we able to take some of the boats that you have here? Because we can only fit
He
so
did
many
say
people.
that we could
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
We might just have to like lash them to our boats.
Well, I
Because
think
I'm not
one
sure
of
their boats are that much bigger.
They're
Yeah.
not. As you pulled up, they're basically the same. The boats they have left
Yeah.
are basically the same kind of boats you have.
How many
That's
of the
where-
sick are there?
They're
Everyone.
Well,
technically
right,
most of the camp.
Seven.
But 7.
How many are
specific
we?
individuals.
Okay, so we're transporting 7, and there's 6 of us.
Yep, there's 6 of you,
5.
6 boats.
Every boat can carry 3 people.
Right.
And how many sick do they have?
7.
Okay.
7 needing immediate transport.
Yeah,
There's
but
5 of us.
and their condition, because and I'd like to explore. Can he see the conditions of these people? They're not fighting fit at all. They're like bedridden.
The ones that they are talking about, correct. The 7
Yeah.
needing to go, they are bedridden. There are other individuals, like, as you walk around, you could see maybe someone with, like, they sneeze, and then all of a sudden their chest is covered in snot. Someone, like, a whole face has a rash on it. People are coughing. You can hear it coming from these different tents. Just someone who sounds like they're going to hack up a lung. You can see people up in these guard towers. Some of them are a little wheezy. But as you
excuse me.
walk around the camp, as I've mentioned, there's like no real solid ground. The closest thing to solid ground are these raised sort of watchtowers, and inside the tents there are like not quite planks, but they have taken like sticks and logs and whatever they can find to make sort of a carpet to try to keep them from sinking into the mud. But
Yeah.
everything else is pretty much mud, stagnant water. There's the horrible, mildewy, stagnant stench. Bugs everywhere. You're constantly being eaten alive by mosquitoes and various other things.
Are these campfires like active-ish?
Yes.
I'm going to grab a piece of wood and then I'm going to smolder the end of it, that like a burning end of it, in the mud and let the smoke just like permeate me as I walk around the.
All right. You
Fucking
make
bugs won't want to go near that shit.
You make a very weak smoke stick, trying to ward off some of the bugs.
Yeah.
It seems very little effective, but you do notice some effect.
Yeah. It's better than constantly slapping them.
And so, as you're walking around the tent while these dudes are sort of writing and discussing, is there anywhere in particular in the tent that you would like to look at?
Which tent I'd like to look
at? Anything in the camp you would like to look at. Everything is pretty much as is at face value.
Yeah. Anani's, obviously Gasa was able to learn technically by speech, but Anani wants to like evaluate because he didn't go here last time when he was out in the jungle. And he wants to judge if this place is a hopeless cause or if this is like, these guys are barely holding on, but are recoverable. He wants to make a judgment of, is this place not worth saving because he values life, but like, is this really, a place that should be stayed instead of abandoned?
That is really up to your own call, your own perception.
Yep.
Because anything with enough effort can be recovered. It's just that, is it worth the effort? And that is entirely your own discretion, what you think of this camp.
Yeah. So he's just going to currently be making that kind of judgment. If I recall somewhat with what you said to Gasa, he just wants to see, you said there was like body piles. There was rats, like all that
Oh
shit.
yeah, there's rats running about, and if you go up to any of these guard towers and look back down to the ravines, the sort of quote unquote moat that goes all around the camp, you can see the giant. I forget what these are militarily called, but giant stakes that jut out in for defensive purposes. And
Sticks, I think.
all right, and in the moat is of course filled with mud. You're catching a lot of stench of like uh, human waste coming from there as well. And of course, you could see all kinds of dead bodies of various humanoid and beast alike in all manner of decomposition in the trench.
Anadi wants to just do a little bit of recalling because we haven't mentioned or talked about this, I think, since session 1. The blue monkey mist or whatever what it's called. Can't remember. Does that have effect on corpses? Like,
you can roll either medicine or knowledge nature.
all right, it's been a while. I am equally good with either, so I will use medicine. 28, goddamn, good roll. 23, not 28. Oof.
23.
If I rolled a natural 20, it'd be 28.
All right. You said, do you want to know if it affects dead bodies?
Nani mainly wants to figure, like, is this entire area that they're just keeping dead bodies around totally susceptible to them just getting up and overthrowing this camp? Because nothing stays dead on this fucking island.
That would actually be more of an occultism check.
Oh.
If you're wanting to understand undead.
If I can still use the 15, it would turn into 17.
Do you have the same proficiency in occultism?
I have 0 proficiency in occultism.
Then make a occultism check.
Oh, but I still rolled a natural 15 on my other die, though.
All right, well, let you keep it. So,
thank you, benevolent Geo.
So untrained, that's what, just plus your level?
Yeah, plus 2. So
all right,
it's 17 in total.
All right, so 17. With a 17, you can recall that there are many types of undead. You're not too sure on specifics on how they're made or what causes them.
Yeah.
But you do know that just from various tales of people talking that undead could come from literally anything. Like, you've heard tales of crypts that have laid dormant for 100 years. All of a sudden, everyone gets up and starts walking out of there. And you've also heard stories of people who die, and then a few minutes later, they're back up and walking again, eating someone. It's very, very varied, depending on the undead.
Yeah. Nadia is not liking what he's seeing, especially the fact that they're even not burning bodies. Not that I'm assuming it's a common practice, but it's common enough here.
Well, in a place as wet and humid as this, it's not easy to burn bodies.
That's true. All right. And Nadia's just going to keep observing the camp, make sure the wall's strong. So, there's a pen. He'll go down to the pen as well. Is there anything in here?
You go to the pen. Let me flip the page.
Oh. He has the real book open.
Yeah. This pen, it is not the best, but for what they have, it's a pretty sturdy little fence. Although for as big of a quote-unquote yard as it is, you see just 4 goats walking about in there. And they look very emaciated and very mangy.
All right, Nadi will make his way back to the crew at this point, assuming they're having a conversation.
And while he is walking about taking a stroll about,
do you guys 10-15 minutes.
You guys bring up any other questions or concerns to Mr. Breakbone and his crew?
Absolutely. Gossa wants to ask about Camp Righteous. If they know that it's like there's nobody there now, and
He goes...
Because I think we were surprised about that, right? Like, we weren't like, oh yeah, that's how this place has been abandoned for a long time. Or like, is that information we know, or are we...
You guys didn't do any snooping into Camp, Camp Righteous? But,
Mhm.
Mr. Breakbone goes, yes, that was our original camp. Camp Righteous was our original founding, where we were attempting to make a post, a launching out point for our expeditions into the jungle. However, not a few days after we founded that area, we were ambushed by hordes of undead. A good deal of our men died in that circumstance, but we managed to fight off most of the horde and were able to flee. And we ended up fleeing here to this position where we have focused our efforts on building a more fortified location. However, from the casualties and the damages, the loss of supplies from our first camp, we have not been able to successfully make our way back to Port Naranzaru, despite our attempts.
So, like, okay, so I'm just trying to understand myself. So they haven't even gotten a report that, like, they've been pushed back to this position, like, to the people at Nyanzaru?
Correct. As far as they're aware.
Okay.
Because as they said,
they figured somebody would have come back. Yeah.
Yeah. Because they've sent people on foot, they sent people on boat, and no one has shown up and like more people to actually help. You are according to them, you guys are the first people besides Miss Silvertusk that they have seen in like over a month.
No, wait, so he's saying that Camp Righteous had to fall back to this position, and then in this position they made Camp Vengeance.
Yes.
But then they haven't been able to get like word up to Nyanzaru that they fell back to this position.
Correct.
Since they did so?
Correct.
Then how did Silvertusk and any of us know that this place exists?
You knew it existed because of the map. You're not sure how Undril heard of it.
I'm going to stitch up the tent flap of the northern tent and light it on fire.
No. Grab Gasa.
I mean, she knew about this place that nobody can know existed.
She might have the ability to cast sending. Talk with people.
Well, then she would have cast sending to inform people of Port Nyanzaru about the conditions here.
I'm pretty sure sending has a distance limit.
Right, so if it does, then she wouldn't have been able to get sending down here to begin with.
Who knows? Maybe her messenger bird got shot down.
I know that she's suspicious now.
We haven't talked to her. You made a fake conversation with her.
Well,
I'm talked to her way back when.
Doing what they want us to do because it is a plot hook.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm down for taking people. I just think we need to take care of this abomination.
Take care of this hint, stab. But
well, I just want to know. I just want to know why you've. You said you fall back, and now you're here. But I'm curious why you haven't just all of you made a big trip back and then, try again.
He goes, well, initially we were having to tend to the wounded, and then we had to focus on fortification to make sure that we could stay alive.
Yeah, no,
and
you
now,
did a fucking good job.
And now, with missing people and sick soldiers, we can't attempt a full-on march.
Understandable. What exactly, I might have missed it, what exactly was your reasoning for breaking this deep into the jungle and trying to set up a fortress?
Our goal of the Order of the Gauntlet being sent here to Chult was to help fight back the forces. This is supposed to be a serious moment. It's supposed to help fight back the forces of the forces of the undead. And so we set out to begin the foundation of a launching post to make treks deeper into the jungle, into the more infested areas.
This is what you get for laughing at jokes because you're not zoomed in enough to not see the problems. I can stay serious. All right. Very noble. But obviously you're getting your ass kicked, so...
He goes, I am fully aware of how
yes, I know. I'm not trying to insult you. I'm just saying, yes, you tried to send out scouts and all that stuff. I did my little look around, and this place is... obviously, as mentioned already, not faring too well. And it looks like... because Anani would also like to have made, like... I don't know what type of check it requires to do this, but, like, could he just notice, like, a local morale?
Perception.
Yeah.
That'd be sensing motive.
Or, oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know.
Go ahead and roll.
I wasn't expecting you to. I'm just letting you know.
I would.
Yeah, even with a nat 1, you could tell it fucking sucks here.
Okay, then. Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Yeah, if that's fine. I don't. All right. Well. Yeah. All right. I'm down to help as much as we can. Obviously, you said we could borrow some boats. Is it possible that we could borrow some other people to any people that we can fit on those boats to help defend us as we're going? Would be ideal.
He says, "Yep, take a few hired extra hands if you could find any more souls brave enough to attempt the trek."
What about that, the one that doesn't talk on top of the rafters? She seems mighty tough. Think she'll be up for it?
Oh, he goes, oh, you mean those Chultian Rangers up there? Up in the gatehouse? You could ask them. I don't know how inclined they are to go back out into the jungle.
Are they not with you?
They are. They are not a part of the Order of the Gauntlets, but they are a group of mercenaries that we hired to lend some extra hands around here. And right now, they mostly just do some of the fishing and hunting for what little food they can scrounge up for us.
It's understandable. Well, I suppose there's no time like the present. And now he's just gonna leave the tent again. He's gonna go make sure the boats are ready. Not any fucking holes in them. No goblins still. I'll let you guys talk to Undril. And now he figured out that she was here and she's safe. That's fine by him. That's all he wanted to know.
But as you guys are sort of talking in the main tent, Pern finishes up the documents, puts it, in a sleeve, wraps it up, and says, "Who is in charge of your group? Who can be trusted with sensitive information?"
Oh, I should have been.
It can be trusted with Order of the Gauntlet information.
Yeah, Alexander.
And we also have a bag that we could put it in so no one will touch it.
All right, well, she initially hands it to Alexander. She says, keep this safe. Make sure this gets to any higher up. They will run it through chains to hopefully get us some more help.
I will do my best.
She pats you on the shoulder and says, good luck.
All right, let's start loading people in to the boats.
Yeah, I feel like we're not going to get...
They can row one.
I was just thinking, I don't think we're going to get payment from these guys. We're probably going to have to rely more on, like, the people, back at the port. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go figure the people slowly dying don't have any money to give you.
I was just asking.
They do, kind of. They're just paying these guys.
We'll give like, just a sort of, just to verify, like, we'll collect payment from the people we report this information to, I presume.
They will more than likely give you some sort of compensation for your service. He goes, I cannot guarantee that, but whenever you see us again, if you make good on this task, I can speak up for you.
All right. Well, I guess let's get rolling. Alexander, do you want to keep that parchment in the bag of holding?
Yes, just in case anything goes bad with the boats, we wouldn't want to lose this.
All right. Is it called anything specific?
You can just call it mission document or something.
Okay.
Rescue request. Whatever you want to call it.
Zig, get out here!
And could you imagine being a thief that lives in a world where bags of holding exist?
I know,
Yeah, just
right?
take the bag and dump it upside down.
It'd be the biggest payday ever.
I know.
I heard my name. I came out.
Yeah. Anati's going to expect these barrels because he's already done the walk around. This shit's mucky and dirty, like you mentioned, right?
Yeah.
All right. Anati's going to kick him over.
You kick them over and disturb more swarms of bugs that just fly up.
That's fine.
Pester you.
Another swarm of mosquitoes attack.
Not a combat swarm, but yeah, more swarms of mosquitoes.
Nati jumps into the fire
flies.
and gets the mosquitoes off.
We'll be moving on.
Yeah. Well, while you all are figuring out getting everybody in there, Zig, I'm going to need your help. So, you got that big jar, right?
Yeah.
And we now have 3 barrels or whatever. Anati, with whatever water that's kind of left in the bottom of the basin, he has soap. He's going to clean out these fucking barrels. And then we're going to fill these things with fucking water that's healthy.
All right, you begin to
anti-plague.
Scrub up.
I only have one thing of plague. I have 3 molds.
Jar.
Well, the jug can. If the jug is able to make lesser potions of healings, I'm sure it could produce anti-plague.
You don't know yet, but it's speculated. But you kick over some of these empty barrels, begin to scrub them up as best you can. Not very good, but you attempt. And then once you feel you have them clean enough, you're gonna put fresh water in them.
Yeah, I'll pull the jug out of the bag and I'll say fresh water and I'll have it, or drinkable water to be specific, and fill the barrels.
Either way, same command. You tip over the jug and just begin to glug, 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 as you just begin to pour crystal clean, fresh smelling water into these barrels. And of course, you're pouring it out of a jug, so it's not like you're dipping these barrels in the river. It takes some time to fill them up. But if you are dedicating yourself to this, you will eventually fill up these 3 barrels with clean, drinkable, fresh water.
All right. Do they have lids?
You could find lids.
All right. Look like they have them.
Does the jug stop at any point?
It does not.
Sick.
It only stops when you tip the jug back upright.
All right. Well, let's see if we can find some lids or something to cover these with. That way, more bugs and pests won't get inside. And
all right, it's fairly easy enough. You might have to do some more cleaning, but there's plenty of like barrel parts and other ramshackle things you could use. Like you might find a shield resting against one of these of the wall somewhere and be like, no one's using this lid.
Yeah. I tell Niles, you have 3 fresh, clean water at these barrels.
He said, "Excuse me," and walks out here.
Sorry, you have 3 freshwater barrels out here right now that we helped you with.
All 3 of them begin to come out, and they notice the 3 barrels. It's like, how'd you do this?
We're miracle workers.
Yeah, I clap my hands. You're in the tent. Clap my hands. Magic.
Yeah, but before they come out, I'll make sure the jug's back in the bag.
Okay.
Exactly.
Oh, well, you guys really are quite something, huh? He takes one of you by the hand.
Medical supplies. Thank you.
He goes, "We will pass word around that we now have clean water."
Yeah.
And he
tell your
nods to Purr.
healers that for first because they might need it to treat any wounds.
He tells that to these two individuals, and then they go to relay orders to other people.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Thank you. That's quite an act of generosity."
Yeah. And
Do you have any spare rope that we could use to tie these boats together?
He says, "I'm sure we can scrounge some up. There's got to be some usable rope somewhere." And
Okay.
with enough effort, you guys do find some rope. Probably muddy, but you guys do find rope that you can hitch boats together to form like a train, a river train, if you will.
Yeah. And if Anadi can, while Alexander is away, he's going to lean into Niles while these other two, members are away as well. Listen, I know you might be a little new to the island. I don't really care how long you've been here, honestly. But keeping all those dead bodies in your ditch, not a smart idea. If you have another way to dispose of them completely, I recommend it.
He goes,
I'm not trying to be kind
don't.
in this moment.
Us dumping them over the wall or letting them rest in the ditch, it's really our only option.
I highly recommend burning them.
I do too.
He goes, "It is too wet out here to burn these bodies, and I'm not sending more of my men into the ditches to get sicker, trying to drag them further away from the camp."
I know, I understand, but those bodies being near your tent, even within the distance, that's what's attracting a lot of the bugs, and that's probably what's creating the smells and what's bringing in the fucking rats. So if you don't find a solution while we're away, your situation is only going to get worse. I don't care. It doesn't really matter to me. Like, if you don't have an idea what to do, you should figure something out.
When you start talking to him like that, he goes, I understand. I know how to run my camp."
I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying any situation would be better.
He starts getting a little flustered in the face as you are bringing up his inaccuracies. And he eventually
we're here to help. Yeah.
He eventually sort of storms off. But
well, he can be a little pissy, but hopefully he'll start thinking again about his situation.
But presumably Alexander down here talking to Sister, you guys begin to discuss and formulate the manpower to set up the boats and then bring the sick out to the boats.
Mm-hmm.
And all in all this is taking a good while. And so by the time you guys actually get ready to set off, it is starting to actually get dark. So you guys may have to actually do some traveling at nighttime.
Fine with that.
And so while I begin to set up this next thing, let's go ahead and take like a 5-minute pee break.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Gossa will refocus during that 5-minute pee break.
Alrighty. I like she's had like 3 hours to do so already.
Yeah. Well, she was busy.
Burning down tents.
Yep. Solving the adventure.
So, one quick question while we're doing this pee break. How are you guys wanting to tie up the boats? Are you wanting to do one long line, or like three rows of two rows of three?
I think we got to split up the boats a little bit because, I mean, we've got 2 of our own boats, and putting it all on like 1 or 2 people to row an entire line of boats back seems rather strenuous.
So you guys are gonna have them as 6 free-man boats?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Alrighty. I'm just getting some questions so that way
Knowing how to fuck us up.
see how to orient you guys.
I do wonder if we shouldn't rest for the night and then go. Because fatigued sucks.
It does.
What is fatigued? Elaborate.
-1 on AC and all saving throws, and you can't take exploration activities.
That would be rather poopy.
All right, I'm gonna shift you guys over to a river view just to kind of see what we're dealing with. And
I would
so,
like to be in the forward.
right now, I have it
Right.
sort of set up to where each of you is rowing a boat, and there is a guard rowing the 6th boat with you guys. We are free. This is sort of a discussion of how do you want to orient the boats and the people.
God, Gossa is so useless at boat rowing.
You should
I will.
row.
She'll
I
do
will
what
be
she
in the
can, but
front.
she is. Goss is almost certainly behind everybody else.
Be in the front with this one.
Not even
No.
intentionally.
Look at this, my front boat. I wanted to be there.
So the issue is that it would be difficult for everyone to take, like, what am I trying to say? I'd have
Well,
to have
every
2. I think Zig and Bob would have to have 2. And then I guess.
Every boat can fit 3. So,
Right. So we don't need all 6 boats, I don't think.
We should take all 6.
So you have currently.
I mean, there's only 5 of
one-
us.
Right, but we got an extra guard that's helping
Oh, okay.
row
Well,
up the
I-
river.
I was hoping
One of the
that
healthier
we could-
ones.
I was hoping that we could just fill out all of our boats with like extra guards, as well as
Maybe.
the ones
So
that are
I'll-
unfortunate.
I'll take 2. I'm probably strong enough to row 2 on my own. And then you guys can figure out how you want to do yours.
Every boat gets at least 1, so the rest of the 5 get 1. This
Yep.
dude, and then I was hoping with everybody else having the 1, we have a guard per extra boat, like
All right.
a functional guard.
Well, if you're wanting to get that many guards, you guys may have to start
That's
doing
like
some
half the camp.
perception. You guys may need to start doing some diplomacy checks to see who you can scrounge up. Because one guard, he's kind of like, yeah, I'm cool with getting out of here. But the others, well, a
I'm
bunch
sure
of
all the
others-
guards are cool with getting out of there.
Well,
Yeah.
it
I'm back.
depends on how
Personal
up to it they
experience.
feel. Personal experience. They're like, there are
Hey,
some
who wants to
that's-
come back from the field early?
Me.
There's not a single hand that doesn't go up. Except unless you're first Sergeant Leger, his hand stays down.
and he stares at you till you put your hand on. I can feel his fist about to fly out of his computer and punch him in the face.
In fact, because these people are the sickest, Natty's going to lean into either Gossa or somebody else who has higher charisma than him, because otherwise he'll do it himself with +6. Somebody should probably see if Undril, I believe I remember her mentioning she was a cleric. And if Sister CS is who she is, she's the one who's already doing her best to take care of everyone.
So there are
There
some
are
notable
other
NPCs.
Yeah, I was gonna say there are other clerics there. Because
I don't know.
Andrel spent a bunch of time trying to get down here. I don't
Yeah.
want to drag her back immediately away from it unless she wants to go.
We can actually bring her back though this time.
So this is most of these people are pretty focused at either trying to stay safe inside the camp, or too apprehensive to try to leave, given the fact that no one else who's left has probably survived. And so,
Undril did.
yeah, she made it
She made
down
it
here,
down.
just like you guys.
Yeah. She's competent.
But
Gossa will try to rally the troops a little bit,
all right.
if only so that she can have somebody row the boat for her. But she's going to talk about how, with only this small crew, with only the 5 of us, we made it down here without any noticeable trouble. And we have survived hags, storms, and worse. We can protect ourselves and others if need be, but we just need a little bit of manpower to move the people with us.
All Alrighty. Go ahead and
So she's
make
gonna-
that diplomacy check.
Yeah.
A 20
Better than
is,
zero.
50.
is decent.
Yeah.
Decent. And so let's see. Alright. Oh, wow. Alright, so you have reached into these people's hearts of courage, and while there are many who are willing to help you, only 6 slots stand up. And these 6 slots are standard NPCs, like this dude. So we'll just count him as part of that lot. And so what you can do is you can keep the 6, so you have 6 standard guards. So I don't think you'll fit all 6. You can cash
We have
in
5
2.
spaces.
Yeah, you can cash in 2 of these points to get one of the quote unquote acolytes, the sort of people who are sort of playing doctor, to come with you, or you can spend 3 to get one of the free, as in they're not doing anything currently important, named NPCs to join you. And so this
All right,
is
I'll-
essentially like a currency type of thing of what sort of hirelings are you wanting to bring with you.
Ooh. I'll be honest, guys. I'll let you guys weigh in, but I kind of want an acolyte.
I also want an acolyte.
All right,
that
so
that wouldn't be a bad idea.
We'll
That's
trade
at
in
least-
2 for an acolyte.
That's at least
We need-
1 acolyte.
We need at least 1 to row this boat.
Well, that's
Like it's him, and so that leaves us with 3. Do we want to get one of the named NPCs?
they probably could do better shit than any of these cards can.
Probably.
All right, we'll take Commander Breakbone.
He is not free.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait. Who are the
The-
options for the fruits?
The free NPCs, besides Sister Cass and Niles Breakbone, you could really get any of the other 5. You could get Undril Silvertusk to come back with you. You can get Ord Firebeard, the dwarf, Niles' right-hand man. Pern Salahana, the female human, Niles' right-hand woman. You can get Lorza Billwater, the female leader of the Chilton Rangers, or Wolf Regar, the male leader of the Chilton Rangers.
I kind of want to know more about the dwarf dude, but that's up to you guys.
Does Undril want to go back?
Yeah, no.
She wants to do whatever is going to help these people the most. She doesn't care if that's staying or going.
The thing I'd like to mention about that is that we know she is a named person who is stabilizing these people.
Yes.
That's my main reason for voting for her.
Yeah.
She and Sister Kies are the people keeping these 7 alive, so it would probably be best to keep one of them with us.
Yeah, that
We
would
can't
be a
bring
bad
the
idea.
sister.
True.
Right. If you bring Sister,
Alright.
she's gonna make Undril.
No,
her
Undril.
understudy.
Yeah, I was
Undril,
gonna say
yes.
Undril.
Oh, so you're bringing Undril?
Sister Undril. Yes, Sister Undril.
All right, you are bringing Sister Undril.
Is that her title, or did I just make that up?
You
It's
made it up.
technically made it up, but I mean, she is part of the Order of the Guild. She hasn't earned the Sister title yet.
Yeah.
So you have-
I suggest whoever has the 2 people is in the fucking middle,
So you
like
guys
the
have
2
a
unconscious.
normal dude, an acolyte, and Silver Tusk. So probably an acolyte that was under her.
I actually do wonder if we have Undril, do we actually want the acolyte?
Yeah, I mean, casters are good,
I guess. Okay.
especially
Acolyte can stay.
if we're staying on the boats, which is the main idea. The only times we'll get hit in melee is if we're attacked by creatures in melee, like fucking crocodiles, any kind of flying things, probably, or when we land. When we have casters, when we're traveling the whole day, they can shoot from the boats, and they can return fire at anything that is shooting at us.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I'd vote for. I still recommend keeping whoever is the 2 people in the middle because they are the least healthy target, and we don't want them on the exteriors.
Well, I don't even know about that because I'd prefer to be in the front, and also I feel like it's either me or Zig would have to carry the 2.
I'm fine with carrying the 2. And plus, I have that shield, so if there are any undead like on the banks, since I'm the middle, my shield will light up.
Okay.
Yeah. And you being in the middle is the most useful, I think, with your shield because you have all of us in that radius now, or at least the most exposed.
Yeah, because it's like 100-foot radius, I think.
Yeah.
Move Bob.
Yeah, can you move Bob?
All right.
And if possible, can this boat be next to us so that we can have this nice segmented line?
Yeah,
that's
nice
the proper
clean
term for
lines
this line, right?
for ranged attacks.
Yep. Staggered formation.
Yeah. Oh,
Right, and so
okay. As well, which way is the fucking front? Is this the front or is that the front? Because Anati is going in the front.
whichever way you guys want the front to be.
We're going.
I just made you guys center.
This is the front.
All right.
This
is the front.
Yep.
All right. And now that you've got the boat settled, the bodies loaded, crew manned.
Bodies.
Yep.
They're basically bodies because they ain't gonna do shit for the rest of the trip.
Besides die.
Possibly.
Damn.
But
Casa has her guard row. Sorry, not roll.
yeah, that's fine. He's fine with rowing. But now, with after everything, it definitely is dark. Granted, you guys may not want to push out into the dark. However, all the NPCs are going to be pushing you to to do that, to leave as quickly and get there as soon as possible. But it is your decision if you guys actually set out, or if you guys just row 100 feet downriver and then make camp. So you don't have to deal with them.
We
prefer to set out.
Big man.
You what?
I'm curious how far Camp Righteous is. I can't remember if it's within a day.
It took a couple of days for us to get down.
I think it took us like 2 exactly.
Yeah, it's about 2 days between the difference.
Yeah. Okay.
Do we want light? Because I do have a hooded lantern.
Oh, we are gonna have to have light.
Dancing lights as well.
Most of us don't have dark vision.
Gasa can maintain dancing lights, so that way it's a more sort of general lit area.
Okay.
Actually, no, well, yeah.
What kind of lamp do you have? By the way, because dancing lights is nice, but we can't see anything on the shoreline. Well, you and
It is just a hooded lantern. I don't think it's anything special.
Yeah, if it was a bullseye lantern, then we could have a front light.
Yeah, I don't think the lantern's gonna shed.
Fucking, what's it called? While we're there, hey, can we get some lanterns?
Yeah, they hook you up with some lanterns, so you can have
Excellent.
a lantern hooked onto the front of each boat.
I don't know if we need all of that, but
they are oil lanterns, so they're not like a little candle.
Yeah,
they will last you a couple days.
Yeah, things about the jungle: predators probably at night, but they also find at day. Zombies, they don't care what time the weather is, but flying things, they definitely won't be out at the night, unless it's like a big bat. But I haven't seen one of those yet.
Keyword.
Yet.
But yeah. What is your guys's I guess next direct course of action? How are you guys going about this excursion back to Port
here's the
Nine
thing.
Zone? Yes.
There's no way we're getting all the way to the port without resting.
Yes.
So unless we specifically want to travel at night, we might as well stop somewhere a little way up the shores, make camp, rest, and then shove off during the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a bad plan.
I think it's up to Zach if he tells us if there's any difference in progress between going in between day and night. Because if there's not, then we should just stop. But if we can get there sooner by going now, then
not really. It's going to be the same amount of time if you
we'll
guys
just stop.
rest, take actual rests, as opposed to just like trying to sleep and drift down the river.
Yeah. I don't know if sleeping while in the boats is going to be a good idea. Because are we going against the stream or with it?
It's always flat.
Well, yep. This river, River Shashenstar, it is a very gentle river. Granted, it does. Anyone who pays attention, it does flow to the Chaltian Bay. So now you guys are going with the river. Granted, that still isn't really a speed buff, because it's not a speed penalty going up the river. It's just something to note.
Yeah. I think we've kind of deliberated on what we know.
And so, you guys are setting out into the night.
I think we who's vote for tonight, and then we take a rest during the days.
Honestly, I'm fine with whichever.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, then if we're fine with whichever, then I will be the deciding factor. We will go in the morning. We'll find a place not too far from the camp, so that if we do need to make a retreat, we can make it there, hopefully quicken.
Yeah, I just want to get it going. Going back and forth to be so fucking boring.
All right. Well, if you guys are determined to go in the morning, to travel by light when you feel safer, the NPCs will begrudgingly accept that decision if it means that you are more likely to guarantee these dudes' safety. So the loading of them will actually be done in the morning when you guys set off. The night, you guys rest within the confines of the fort. It's not an easy rest. They do procure you like tents and cots, place for you to stay. However, it's, as I mentioned, it's not easy rest. There's the foul stench, the humidity, bugs constantly being woken up by maybe like a rat running across your chest. It's not.
Natty will sleep in the boats tonight.
It's not a good stay, but you survive your dreadful night at the camp, and in the morning you guys set off with the first light, and we will go back to the expedition map. So you guys are all the way down here in Camp Vengeance, and so as per usual, starting it off with a Nadi. Go ahead and roll me that expedition roll of a D4.
Yep, and always taking the scouting thing as per usual.
All right. So as you guys go along, you spend a good 3 days on the river, taking breaks and rests as only needed, as encouraged by Silver Tusk. You guys do manage to pass Camp Righteous along that way, along this trek. Along the way, you're constantly having to tend to your now dwindling resources of having to essentially, now your party is basically tripled in size.
I can't feed everybody anymore.
Yeah.
So we have to
rations
start
are getting
rations.
a little low, along with having to constantly make sure that the dudes who are basically dying are constantly receiving the medical attention that they need, which is basically constant. They always need someone checking on them or nursing them. But dealing with all that and the dangers of the jungle, go ahead and roll a percentile. We're on this third day.
13.
13. All right. On this third day, everything seems to be relatively fine. Until, surprise, surprise, you hear the sudden whooshing sound of as you sense these disturbing noises, and you look around, you can see what seems to be people loading into very impromptu, like canoes and kayaks, are coming into the water after you, and they are hurling spears and shooting blowgun darts at you. And so, one moment, as I set these up,
are these assholes familiar looking?
as they draw in closer, you can get a pretty distinct look of these individuals. And they look like this.
We are on the.
We might be on the wrong map.
We're on the big
trying
map
to
right
show.
now.
Oh, whoopsies. I've moved back to the river map. They look like this.
Oh!
Yep.
It's the people that eat people.
Yeah.
Kuru.
Cannibals.
They're named after the brain disease that you get from it.
Yep.
Also, I will, everybody, if you haven't healed yourself up because it's been 3 days, now's the time.
Yep.
I don't know
Now,
who took damage.
indeed is the time while I am setting up this encounter.
Yippee!
Yeah, Goth would have healed people if they were hurt.
Yep. After 3 days of travel and constant medical attention, you guys should be full hit points.
Super convenient. 2 paladins who just refocus and lay on hands these people the entire trip. Y'all don't have the ability to make you lay on hands cure diseases, can you?
I don't have mercy.
Shame.
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 I think it's level 6 for me.
Oh, damn.
Because like I said, I took the only 4th level Blessed One feat available.
What's that?
It sucks. It just gives me a focus spell that's called Protector's Sacrifice.
Ugh.
Which has me take damage for other people, which is not something Gossa should be doing.
But it's a sacrifice. Does that mean you're full up on focus points now?
Yeah.
Could be.
Damn.
I was full up before we left camp.
Fuck. No, I don't mean like max. Like I meant like you have 3.
Oh, yeah.
God damn.
Oh.
Fucking oracles.
Alright, I think that's a fair position from them getting into the river. Alright.
Oh shit, I didn't even notice the boats down south.
Down
I was just looking at the ones up north.
Alright, let's hit that.
Oh, we should have had Bob in the middle. Well, no, he's got the 60-foot radius, right? Yeah. Nice.
Alright. With this, let's get everyone to roll initiative.
Thank God I'm not flat-footed in water. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go!
Yes.
I rolled a perception check, which means
There we go.
I gotta turn that music down a little bit.
I'm sorry, is it too loud for y'all?
It's a bit loud.
We can change it on our ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good now. Ooh. Might have turned it down too much. Wait.
Damn.
I'm a fast witch.
Fucking this witch be bitch.
You're a witch.
Drown her! We're the perfect opportunity!
That's why I'm all for burning.
Oh, jeez. You know what? That's fair. God, there's so fucking many of them.
For now.
Fucking kill him.
All right. As you guys take notice to the splashing of the water, the hurling of spears, and the puffs of blow darts, most likely poison, you can see the distinct red eyes of the dreaded Kuru cannibal. They are loading in rafts and coming after you, presumably after their lunch. And so, first up to act is a Nadi.
Oh boy!
This is fun. I like this. I like the idea behind this encounter, like fighting on the boats and stuff.
I know,
Yeah.
I've been wanting to do this the whole time, but it was never, besides the dinosaurs, there was never a good river encounter you guys rolled.
Yeah, this should be exciting.
Fuck me. What? God, I have so many fucking arrows.
Indeed.
Yeah.
The good news is you're all about attacking multiple people, so you're all set.
Me? Name one time I've ever shot more than one person a turn.
That time you shot a snake swarm.
Oh, I get you. You know what? That's fair. That doesn't count. Ooh, funny DM. When God, there's so many fucking arrows in here. The vine arrow. Here we go. This is when activated, the arrow shaft splints and grows, wrapping the target in vines. The target takes -10 circumstance penalty to speed for 2 to 4 rounds, or until it escapes. It wouldn't help unless I can cover their boat. It's at speed, but even then, they're shooting. Fucking. Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
Anadi's had both of his weapons just out, like on the fucking boat next to him.
Yep, that's fair.
So he has the net launcher,
Okay.
and he's going to point his fucking net launcher RPG at this fucker, and boom.
Okay. What was this? I don't remember you guys having.
I bought a net
He
launcher.
did. He bought it a while ago.
Yeah. So
funny.
this is a hollow tube that literally that's close to 3-4 feet long.
Okay, so
that
you bought
fires
a
a
mortar.
net with it.
I can send you. I can send you the link for the details about it.
Yeah, that's funny.
I bought a bazooka with a net. And because of this, I can fire it up to 40 feet.
Okay.
So I can just shoot that guy with it from here.
All
And
right.
a net, just if it hits, it just automatically takes the effect. I'm hoping that this net will knock this fucker into the water, though.
Okay.
So I don't have a net attack because it's the same as just a ranged attack. So I'll use my heavy crossbow.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna reroll that.
0 point.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my
You
hero
get
point.
tangled in the net and you fall into the water.
Yeah,
It
I fired.
explodes in your hands.
Yeah. Natural 20.
Wow. Yep. That hit. That fucking double crits.
Yeah. Jesus.
All right. With that.
Yeah. So let me read what
But
the.
I don't
exactly
think
what it
nets
is.
deal damage.
No, they don't. I'm hoping that it will because they're all trying to boat over here. I'm hoping it'll just knock him off the boat into the water.
Yeah.
What does the effect of the net?
It ignores that. Here we go. Net. You can either use a net or attach a rope. When attached to rope, the creature is grabbed.
Okay.
And the grabbed creature can. Oh, fuck it. Let me just read the whole thing. You can use a net either on its own or rope. When attached to a rope, you can grapple a medium creature up to 10 feet away. It doesn't matter. You continue the grapple to keep your hold on the target so long as the target remains within 10 feet and you continue to hold the net. So as long as this dude's within 40 feet of me, he's grappled by me. He has a +2 bonus to escape unless I'm adjacent to them. And it can attempt a DC 16 athletics check to force the net open entirely. Once the target is no longer grabbed, the net is unwieldy until refolded as a concentrate action that requires 2 hands. While the net
so
is
you can
attached, yeah.
you can bring the fish net. You can fish the net back. Is that
Once the
what
target
it's
is no-
implying?
No, he is grappled from where I am, but I'm hoping because I'm from a distance, I could just knock him off the boat, even with that. If I can't, that's fine. He is flat-footed and grappled, effectively.
Yep, you become flat-footed from being grappled by
Here we
the
go.
net.
On hit, the target is flat-footed and -10 circumstance penalty to its speed until it escapes, and on a critical hit, it also immobilized until it's escaped. So he's immobilized.
So he is
a creature next to him, though, may use an interact action to remove it.
All right. So, granted, this is a double crit, as it is sort of a wacky weapon. I will let you decide, since you rode so well. Do you want him to become immobilized, or do you want to bean him and knock him in the water?
I want to bean him and knock him off the boat.
All right, you bean him, and he gets knocked back and falls into the water.
And I will then just start being like, "Oh shit!" and I'll just start winding this thing up if it's not already around him. If it is attached to him, I will stop, lose the action anyways, and use my last action to grab my crossbow.
I mean, if it's awful if he's trapped in the net, he might just drown.
That's exactly what I want. I want to drown.
It's just an awful fate to think about.
He's a cannibal. I don't care.
I know. It's
so
not a huge deal, but
it's
it's a net, so he's also immobilized.
Yes.
So you just freaking Spider-Man his ass. Knock him into the water.
Pick up my bazooka, fire it, and then pick up my crossbow.
Alrighty. Oh, okay, so that's all 3 actions. Gasa.
Yes.
Gasa likes where Anadi's head is at. She's gonna look to this boat.
Alrighty.
Who is the one rowing here?
Traditionally, it's the dude in the back.
Dude in the back? Okay, she needs a dude in the back. Does he have a skeleton?
I mean, yeah, he's technically human.
Excuse me.
All right.
I was drinking deeply.
Does he have a skeleton?
Question.
Yeah. Thank you for giving me that information for free. I want to spend 3 actions.
What a gotcha, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
he's got a skeleton, you fool.
I'm going to spend 3 actions, and I need him to attempt a fortitude save.
Alrighty. Woo! Alright, he rolled a natural 1, and he doesn't have hero points.
Really? Oh boy. This is probably going to hurt. Gravitic forces seize his bones and intensify upon them, yanking him back off of his ship.
Oh wow! What?
He takes 46 points of bludgeoning damage from the gravitic energies exerting on his bones, and he is enfeebled 2, and I can move him up to 25 feet away.
All right, where are you moving him?
Here.
All right, so Gasa, you.
I was just. He can fall prone to avoid moving.
Okay. Gasa, you stare at this individual. You lock eyes with them. Your eyes peel back away into the swirling darkness of the void of space. As he gains tunnel vision, all he can see is the void. And from this, a shadow reaps out, clutches his skeletal frame, violently gripping him. And anyone looking, it looks like Gasa just gives him the Darth Vader treatment and just yeets his ass off the boat as he goes sailing through the air and dies.
Jesus.
Okay, did he die from the damage?
Yes.
Then I do have a way I would like him to die.
Okay.
His body folds in on itself, and you hear the cracking of bone, and he smushes down into a small, head-sized sphere, like he is being sucked into a black hole.
All right. Like that classic old video of what happens to a deep-sea diver when they lose their pression in their suit. His body just violently and rapidly crumples in on itself. He barely has time to scream in pain as it's immediately shut off, as all the air is just forced out from his lungs. and a basketball-sized lump of meat and shattered
Flies
bone
25 feet backwards.
flies and kabooshes right into the river. And then there's a violent splashing of things devouring this lump of meat.
Oh, cool. There's piranhas in the water.
Of course. It's basically the river.
Nice.
That means that was
the jungle.
That dude up there is getting bit by fucking piranhas.
He could be.
Oh my
But
goodness.
if that
might
is
be next.
3 actions, or no, that's 2
It was.
actions. Oh, you
No,
did.
I did the 3-action version.
Okay. So
Because the
with
3-action version is the one that lets me move people.
that- Okay.
Huh.
And then we go to Alexander. And the music cut
I
off.
don't think there's anything I can actually do here.
Throw
I
your
can get
boot
in the
at him.
water. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, you can get in the water. That is an option that you have.
That is an option that I have that I just saw someone get eaten by piranhas. So I'm going to attempt to row my heart out.
Alrighty. Give me an athletics check.
You bet.
26. Alright. I will say you attempt to speed away, leaving your party behind.
Not leaving them. I'm just trying to get this one out of danger. There's not. What do you want me to do? Punch him from 50 feet away?
Swim your boat closer to them. Board them first.
I have a purse. That would put him in immediate harm.
I know.
But for the sake of keeping you all on the same screen, we'll say that you gain a situational AC bonus. You get a +2. You and this dude get a +2 to your AC until your next turn.
Okay.
So, do you want? You have technically 2 other actions that you can make use of.
After I row a little bit, we're gonna duck down. I'm gonna have this guy duck down with me.
All right. Well, he's technically already basically laying down, so you technically, I guess, just go prone. So
Yeah, sure.
either way, you're getting a +2 bonus to your AC, I guess, from taking cover.
Yeah.
Trying to freaking. I hate when the little things go off the screen. Then I can't click on them. All right. And if that is all that you're doing, it will be the Kuru's turn.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It goes to them. We'll just go clockwise, starting with these dudes up here. All right. So the boatman, he's gonna use his action to bring the boat closer out.
Oh.
And he's gonna bring it closer still. And he will use his final action to bring it broadside to these dudes. And then these two are gonna use their actions to start basically stabbing at the sicky and not sicky. So I'm just gonna give them one roll to see the general effectiveness. All right, they kind of start hurting these guys a little bit. These dudes, after watching their one buddy disappear into the murky black water, well, brown water, they're like, well, it sucks to be that guy. This dude now becomes the robot, and will boop 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 boop. That's enough to
One
bring him
action
broadside. And so this guy, he will scoot, and then he will take 2 actions to stab at Anadi.
No! I'm immune to damage.
That's cool. That's cool.
It's a
you
pretty
think
useful
that.
ability. It's a wonder more people don't take it.
I know.
I know. Like, it's a first level feat.
Yeah.
So easy.
All right. So he will hit you on the first one, but miss you on the second strike.
Yeah!
As he whips out this very crude-looking. You're hesitant to call it a sword, as it's like 2 planks of wood that are tied together by vines. But sticking out from in between them, you can see like rocks and shark teeth and jagged clams.
Dope.
And he smacks you with it for 7 points of slashing damage. A La Mano? That might be what it's called.
Who's to say?
I think it is.
I think it's the
way you described
Hawaiian. Yeah, that's basically it. It's like an old Hawaiian type of weapon.
Yep.
So that's that boat. This boat. The Roman, he rose up, rose up, rose up. And so that brings these two, who will begin their actions. And so the first man, he will begin to stab into Alexander. So you have a +2 from being prone, essentially taking cover in the boat. So that will be a miss on his part. He will stab out again. Another miss.
I'm back.
And stab out again with a very horrible miss. And then this dude will focus his attention on the guard with you. And he does a lot better. Oh yeah, this dude. Alright.
Talking about my guard?
Yep, your guard.
Can I give him resistance to that?
Sure, if you would like to use that reaction. Yeah. Are you doing it on the first successful hit or the second successful hit?
Whichever one was like the worst one, I guess. I don't know if you had said
that.
I
can't really give you that information.
I was doing it in response to the one where you were like, "Oh, that one does like a lot or whatever," because you said that out loud.
Yep. So we'll go with the first successful hit, which you give him 2 plus 4, so 6 damage reduction, which is very good because let's see. My brain is dumb, so hold on while I bust out this calculator.
I don't. You're super smart.
Alright, so that reduces that to just 12 damage on the initial hit.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
And then he takes a further 6 from the second hit. Damn, and then we go to the last boat. This dude turns around, not knowing where his buddy went, so he becomes boatman.
You didn't get to see him get crumpled?
He did not, because they were all focusing on you guys. So he comes running up, and this dude, he's got choice of targets. So this dude's a little bit psycho. He's gonna make a swing on every person in this boat, starting with Gasa. Alright. You might be the only one he hits. Yep, he actually is successful. And so you will take a crippling total of 9 points of slashing damage from him.
I will take 5 points of slashing damage as he passes, as the blade sinks into my starry body.
Alrighty. Next, it goes to... excuse me. Oh, no, Bob still hasn't went. I was like, did I forget Bob? Alright, technically the NPC's turns. And so I'm going to roll a single...
I'd like to get mine to row just one space up, if at all possible.
Alright, sure. Boop. He rolls
no.
up.
Sorry, I didn't mean that way. I meant this way.
Okay. Boop. Scoots over. So that will be his specific action. It doesn't look like these dudes have attack of opportunity. So he'll use his action to row over. And since he's going to be different, he will bust out a crossbow and fire at one of these dudes. Alright. That is a fairly decent hit. Fairly poor damage. As he whips out his little hand crossbow and puts a bolt right in this dude's shoulder. Well, Bob's the one rowing, so they're going to have to kind of sit there. This dude, he's going to do his best to fight off this Kuru. He's not doing well. And the one in the boat with you, Alexander, he's also not doing well fighting back. They both deal no damage to their assailing boats. And then it goes to Zig.
All right, I have a question.
Yes.
I have a spell. It's called Disrupt Undead.
All right.
Now, can that only be used against undead? Because it throws a lance of positive damage.
Positive damage only hurts undead, and I think evil aligned. Like they have to have the evil trait.
There's some creatures that will say, like they'll have negative energy affinity or something, and they'll be harmed by undead.
Okay.
Or no, it's called negative healing. Sorry.
So yep, these as far as you can tell are living people. So
okay,
you're unsure if that will do anything to them.
All right. Well, I will pull out my crossbow and I will shoot the guy rowing this boat.
Which one again?
This
okay.
boat.
Roll that dabblage.
Oof. Oof.
You've got a hero point, right?
That's a oof, bud.
Yeah. I will use my hero point because I really don't want to accidentally shoot the guy on the boat.
Or do you?
18.
For 1 damage.
Unfortunately, that is a miss. As you take your hand crossbow and bing, try to fire a little shot into this dude, and he manages to barely dodge out of the way.
Alright.
It then goes to Bob. And I don't think Bob... Or wait. Did you have another action?
I had one, but I was just gonna use it to keep moving forward.
Alright. It goes to Bob. I'm not sure. Let's see what kind of capabilities he has. He does have a mace that I don't think I've ever seen him use.
Used it twice, as far as I recall.
Yes, I think he used it against the Bond.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. Alright. He does have some spells, so we'll try to make use of this. He will, first and foremost, begin to gyrate his muscles in the face of danger as he pumps out Inspire Courage, which I think still hits everyone without him having to move. Oh, he's gonna have to row if he wants to get Alexander. So yeah, his first action will actually then be to row the boat a little faster, accidentally bumping into you guys. Second action will be to inspire courage so that he can get all of you guys. And then
Fucking go.
I don't know if he has another single action thing that he can do so.
Doesn't have magic missiles, not one action.
It can be,
can
but
be.
that's not really worth it.
Does he have guidance? Oh no, it's the same type of bonus.
Yeah.
He could draw his weapon. Just to have it out at the ready.
Yeah, I guess he'll do that. He will one-hand the oar and bust out his mace and wallop anyone who gets close enough. Then we go to a Nadi.
Hi.
Hi.
I would like to shove.
Okay. Give me an
Go in the
athletics
water.
check. 16.
Not that bad for me.
I forgot shove was an action.
Yep.
You might have just saved my life.
It's technically an attack.
It goes against the Fortitude DC.
It does, which unfortunately is a failure.
I don't know.
As you go to shove him, and for all your might, he managed to hold on to the boat as you basically just violently rock him and you. And since that does count as an attack, any further attacks will have the penalties.
Yeah, that I figured.
Will it have the penalty if you do attacks and then a shove?
It'll have
Yeah.
the
Okay.
penalty to the shove.
Man, another day I fucking regret not fucking buying some Alchemist Fires. Fuck, why didn't I bring a fucking Molotov? They're always the best. They're the best items in every campaign. Yeah, okay. Oh, I didn't even fucking completely forgot.
Did you know there's an alchemical crossbow?
Yes,
Really?
pretty dope.
It's cool.
I'll keep that in mind. Listen, I'm barely holding on with. I'm just below the line of encumbered. I am barely holding on here. Yeah. So, net launcher is fucking empty. Crossbow bolt is loaded, and I am holding it. I just tried to do a shove. So, is there any penalty to point blank shooting?
I don't think so.
No.
Other than it would be an attack of opportunity.
If they have it.
And yeah,
if they had
we know
it.
that they don't. All right. I will. Yeah. Okay. I'm just sorry. I'm trying to remember my combos. Yeah. Okay. I will hunt prey, the one right beside me, and then I will fire the heavy crossbow with no hunter's aim.
All right, you mark them and fire.
Penalty 2. 16. 15. No, 16 because +1.
Yep, a 16 unfortunately is a miss as you whip up the crossbow and fire right past him into his boat.
All
I
right.
believe with all of that,
That's 3 actions. Yep.
it goes to Gasa.
Help.
Okay, I wonder. In our last encounter with them, do we know what languages they speak?
They speak Chult for sure.
Yep, you believe they speak Chult. If you would like to do a society check, you could try to remember, or...
Nah, I got 2 society.
Alright.
That's not how, they're shawy. Fortunately. It goes... But yeah, no, the cone is shaped like this in 2nd edition.
Nice.
Alright.
Which is why I just wanted to move 1 square up. Channeling the power of the cosmos, Gasa once more gathers stars around her fingers, hair floating, lights glimmering in the dark hues of her locks, and she unleashes a spray of stars that is going to capture both of these, and I need both of them to attempt a reflex save.
Alright.
And their boat.
You said and the boat?
And the boat.
Technically, the boat can take damage.
It can. Does it target inanimate objects, the spell? No certain spell.
It's just a cone.
Okay.
It's a 15-foot cone.
The boat will fail because it's an inanimate object. And they get... Alright.
Yeah,
So, revealing their totals, one has a 19 and the other has a 24.
The one that got a... Wait, you said a 19?
Yeah. They have a... Revealing meta knowledge, they have a plus 10 to their reflex. One rolled a 9, one rolled a 14.
19 failed, the 24 succeeds. So he will.
Alright.
The 24 will only take half damage.
Alrighty.
Oh goddamn! Can I spend my hero point on that?
I'll say yeah, but is the damage die really worth it? I don't know what kind of damage die that spell uses.
It's
2d4.
That's 2 once.
It is. It's entirely up to you if you want to. I'll allow it.
Yeah. Yep, I'll take it.
Alrighty.
Oof.
So one takes a grueling 4 points of fire, and the other one takes a stinging 2.
They're both.
The good part is that it couldn't have gotten any worse.
And their boat takes a 4 damage as well. Is it?
I think the rowboat has a DT of 5, so it takes no damage.
I was gonna see if the spell sets things on fire, which it doesn't seem.
Nope.
That it
That'd be
does.
nice.
But they are both dazzled,
All right.
which hasn't been like an issue because I've either used this against swarms or stuff that was dead.
And what does
so keep in
dazzle
mi-
do to them?
They have to make a DC 5 flat check to target anything.
Okay. Interesting.
Let's see. I've got an action remaining. Everybody's in the range of his flex. Yeah.
Yes. Everyone's in the range.
Okay, so there's no point in doing guidance. Man. I can't do Bon Mo because we don't share a language. Actually, you know what?
What's up?
So yeah, Bon Mo has a linguistic trait, which means this only works if the target understands the language I am using.
Alright.
Gus is just going to try to Bon Mo the one that succeeded on the save.
Okay.
So I will throw that up in chat so you can see what that's about. And this might just, I don't know why it says save. It shouldn't. I'll fix that momentarily. She just insults his parentage.
And what language are you using?
I don't think they speak Shadow Tongue, Celestial, or Aklo. So I'm just gonna go for Common.
Alrighty. 22.
That's against his will DC. If he understands Common.
Alrighty. You hurl verbal degradations at him, and it seems to not really do anything other than he garbles something back at you.
Okay.
Ugh.
Good to know.
Ugh.
And then Alexander.
All right. So is it my entire movement to get up from prone, or is it half movement?
It's a movement
It's one action.
Oh, it's an action. Okay. Yep. So I'll use one action to get up from prone.
Alright. Take the boot off of you.
Put me in the water.
Oh, dang it, I still
There we
can't.
go. That's better.
Oh. There we go.
Alright. I would like to shove this one.
Alright.
Yeah.
Athletics check.
Yeah.
Make him drown.
A 19
Oh.
20.
against their Fortitude DC, which is a success. You push
Okay,
him
good.
off the boat into the water. With a loud splash.
Mhm. And then how is this guy looking? Is he looking real hurt?
He
Kinda hurt.
is looking pretty hurt. He got stabbed twice. Pretty good.
Okay. So I have one action left. Would I be able to stand above him and use myself as a shield?
Do you have?
I mean, if he's, depending how you want to rule it, if this guy's prone and pretty much unconscious because he's one of the sick guys,
He is prone.
Alexander could stand in his space and then it'd just be lesser cover.
Yeah, we'll do it like that. See how we to the front. Okay, yeah. So we'll have you basically standing over top of him.
And then I think that's my last action.
Yep, that is all three of
move
your
into that
actions.
space.
And then we go
Hopefully
back
he can live.
to these dudes. This dude still hasn't resurfaced. Not sure what's up with him. This dude's just floating in the water. So we're gonna go around, and with this boat, I'm gonna just give them one efficiency roll to speed them up. They're actually having some trouble. This dude's kind of a badass. He's fighting them off pretty well. The
Fuck
dude's
yeah.
over here
Acolyte
with
Jim.
a naughty.
Oh no.
That's one of the sick guys.
Oh no. Yes, the sick guy's fighting them all. The acolyte's just sleeping.
Yeah, the roles are reversed. The boatman, he's gonna try to swing the oar at you.
Don't make me push you off in the boat, River.
He flubs it. He's gonna try again, and he crits. And he whops you in the head for a massive 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
No, I'm good.
He's gonna then not use his third action, but the other dude will attempt to stab at you 3 times.
Jesus.
Let's see. only one of those might actually hit you.
Attack penalty. Attack penalty.
And actually, yeah, he swings wildly like a cannibalistic madman and misses all 3 times.
Which he is.
Thank God.
Yep. These two down here, they're going to start trying to swing out. The boatman will attempt to smack you with the oar. He lands a hit and smacks you for 9 points of bludgeoning damage. And he will attempt a second swing with it and miss. And then the dude with the can't remember what it's called, the bladed slashy sword will slash at you 3 times. Wow. Missing all 3 times. And then this dude,
Goodness.
he will attempt to climb back in the boat. He lost his weapon, so he will draw a new weapon and then stab it. And he will actually hit. He's a little pissed. And he slashes you for 7 points of slashing damage. Now let's see. This boat, they're still doing alright. So the boatman will row up the boat. Well, actually, he's gonna row it to right there. And you said they had to do a flat check to pass.
BC 5 flat check to target anybody with anything.
So he will row up to you, and then when it gets close enough, he's gonna try to swing the oar at you. Okay, so he rolled 20, so that goes through. But he rolled a 2 on his actual attack roll, so that's a miss.
Good.
Ooh. And then the second one, he will also succeed his flat check. Swing to hit. He will actually hit. And so he will slash you for 6 of slashing damage.
2 points.
2 points. And is that an action that they have to do, or is that just part of their attack?
Nope, that's every time they try to target someone. I keep saying target because, like, if they want to, I mean, just for, like, rule purposes, like, if you're dazzled and you try to cast a spell on somebody else or something, you have to still make that flat check. I know these guys aren't going to do that, but...
Okay.
So you're aware, for future reference.
He will attempt to swing again. He goes to swing.
He does have to do it for every action, though,
Yep.
yeah.
He goes to swing, but he kind of freezes up and seems to space out a little. And then it goes to the NPC's turns. Starting with this dude. Give him a efficiency roll. 17. You hear a grueling, sort of gurgling scream as you see him topple one of the dudes into the boat, off the side of the boat, into the river. And then there is a swirling and splashing and a small pooling of blood as something happens under the water.
Jeez.
This dude, he will make an efficiency roll. Trying to speed this up. He unfortunately does do combat with this guy, but he's not very effective. Undril. Let's see.
She uses burning hands.
she doesn't have burning hands. See how far?
What kind of cleric are you?
Healy kind. Let me check the range of a certain spell, though.
Why does he... Wait, no. Right.
Say 30 foot. Is he 30 feet? He is not. She is not close enough. She wants to cast heal on the dude who got stabbed, but he's not close enough. So she will instead pump
This
her
guy gets
heal.
stabbed as well?
Yeah, she will instead do like a emanation. She will touch her hands in prayer, and a small like aura of holy energy pumps out from her. Disperse. Alright. And so everyone within 30 feet of her. Oh, wait. No. Because then. Alright, so she's actually gonna just have to then focus on one of these dudes over here in the boat. So she will point her fingers at one of them, and a healing ray will heal one of these dudes over here in the boat. Because she realized that if she were to aura, she would heal the Kuru as well.
Yeah. It's
And
very good investment.
Zig, your go.
Alright, how fast are these boats?
These boats' speed is entirely based on the rower, how much weight they have, and the power of the river. The river has basically no power. You guys are pretty heavy loaded, and you guys are seemingly only doing like one-man rows, so not really the fastest.
Alright, is it possible for me to get over here to help this guy?
Yep, if you want to essentially use a stride action, you will move the boat 10 feet. That's what these guys have been doing.
Alright, I will do that to get closer to these guys so I can swing at them.
Alright, so 10 feet.
Okay.
10 feet?
Okay.
Or do you want to... Well, no, you wouldn't fit in through here.
No.
But you can, as your third... Whoops. And final movement, shimmy the boat. Where's the... There it is. Shimmy the boat, right. So you guys are floating broadside, but now you are within melee range of smacking this dude. But that would take all 3 of your actions if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alrighty. It goes to Bob. Bob will keep pumping out that inspiring word.
Praise the Lord.
Welcome to the gun show.
And he actually wants to get a little taste of the action too, so he's gonna use his stride to swing the boat broadside. And he's
starting to look like battleships.
A little bit. He's gonna swing out on someone. Or not. As he swings out with the mace and misses. But he will... What? Nope, that's all 3 of his actions. So he regretfully compromises himself. And then we go to Anadi.
Hi, it's me. These fuckers suck.
Yeah, you're starting to realize what probably happened to the last crew that left on the boats.
I'm starting to realize why I'm never in melee for good fucking reason.
Well, if you want, you could get back. You could, since you are technically the boatman, you could move the boat away.
I'm good. I'm gonna do a really cool thing called I'm gonna kneel and I'm gonna place the ballista, my crossbow ballista in my fucking like chest ab area and just fire from there.
Okay.
As I get a +2 to hit because of Hunter's aim.
Alrighty.
Click clack. Boom.
Yep, that definitely hits. So the extra damage.
Yes, I believe this is on my first time I hit. Actually, I think I still have to do the combo, so I would have. It all works out. Yeah. Oh, that's not big. I did D18, not 1D8. +2.
All right, so 13 total.
Click clack, punk.
All right, so you whip out this big boy gun and just boom, broadside his ass. He takes it right to the chest. He lets out a howl of pain as it begins to bleed out onto the boat. But he is still alive.
Can you just die for me, please? You aren't needed in your life. All right. Yeah. Last action. I don't have to reload. Okay.
Alrighty.
Well, yeah. A last action. Fucking. I got no. Fuck it. Oh, last action. And
Yes.
move.
All right. You can move 10
Yeah, we can
feet.
do that, yeah.
In what direction would you like to go?
I would like to go in. Let's just go that direction.
Over here?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
That way they have to
You-
at least use an action.
You scoot the boat as quickly as you can away from
I stick my foot on their foot, just shove us.
it. Shove off. Goss's turn.
Gossa. Alright. Alright, I think I know what I want to do here. I don't share language with them, so I can't do that. But I can do this.
All them naughty words. Things that would get you banned from Twitch.
Yeah. No, I need to pick up. I need to invest in intimidation and pick up intimidating glare.
That's a good one.
This guy is no longer dazzled.
Oh, is he not?
Because he succeeded, correct?
Yes.
And so he's only dazzled for 1 round. This guy's
Okay.
dazzled for 3.
Okay. So he has 2 left.
So Gossa is going to reach out and caress his face, and he needs to make a will save.
This one?
Nope, sorry, this one.
Okay.
The one that is no longer dazzled.
Will save.
Yep.
As where is it? Alright. And so with that, he rolls a 16 total. 1-6.
Alright, that is a failure.
Alright.
I'm going to hold off on telling you because I think it'll be fun. Because he
Okay.
doesn't know what just happened to him. Gossa just caressed him, and now he feels weird.
He does feel weird. He has a boner. He doesn't know why. He's never felt this way. He's never had the gentle touch of a city woman.
Of a woman. Yeah.
He just eats them too often.
Yeah. Their
what's the
foreplay
bonus
is
hit?
very different.
You know what? I'm going to do something I have never done before
Okay.
in this game.
that?
Gossa is going to turn from sort of enticing this guy
Okay.
and just mustering up the full force traveling across. She just slaps the other one in the face with an unarmed fist strike.
Okay.
Oh.
How's a 25 grab you?
That does hit. That's super funny.
That is 2 bludgeoning damage to him.
Wow. The
Gotta
first
give
time
people some
Gossip
daggers.
throws a punch and it lands. Wow, man, talk about woman and their
Hear me roar.
their mood swings. Ba-da-ba.
You just hear Alexander go, yeah!
Work them guns. All right.
And that is
Everybody
all
in
her
life.
actions.
It then goes to Alexander.
Kill him, man.
I'm gonna use my first action to lay on hands my dude.
Alrighty. And that gives 6
12.
or 12.
Half his
Yeah.
level times 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 12.
That's. Whoops. Boop, boop. That heals him a good bit.
Yeah, and then he also gets +2 AC.
All right.
That's
for
true.
for his next round.
All right.
And then, which one are any of these guys hurt at all? Did he take any damage from the water stuff or not?
He did not. They all look remote. Well, yeah, they all look undamaged. They have not been hurt.
Okay. We're gonna punch. You said the one in the back's the one rowing, right?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna punch that guy.
Alrighty. Do it.
Does an 18 hit?
With the being
There's a
inspired,
19.
it does.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you whop this dude right in the face for
right
9.
in the kissa.
Bow.
All right. We're gonna throw a second jab out.
All right. That also hits for another 9 as you the 1-2 piece combo. Bow, bow. Oh,
Yep.
+1 damage too. Okay, so that's an additional 2.
Technically for the.
Oh yeah, give me 1 more damage on my slap, please.
Everybody just get that.
Oh,
Little
so,
damage.
or does my guy take an additional 1 for each as well then?
Yep.
Okay, so he takes 20 damage in total. Neat.
Yep. So you give him bap, 2 basically shattered cheekbones. He's looking really fucked up, but he's still standing and alive.
And I think that's everything I can do, so.
Alrighty.
That do
It
be
then
me.
goes to their turn. And going around, as we have been, starting with this boat. You come sailing up, getting right in this one dude's face. So he is going to attempt to make 2 swings on you, Zig.
Okay.
First one hits, second one does not.
For the first hit, what was the total roll?
A 27.
All right. Whew.
As he pops you in the face for 9 with his boat oar. And then this dude, who's 2 away from swinging at you, will make some swings at the dude that he's fighting up here, and seems to be not doing so well. This guy, he's still fighting fit, so being kind of pissed, he's gonna row the boat to get closer to you, and then attempt a oar swing. That will hit. As he smacks you also. I've been rolling a lot of 6s.
Stop fucking hitting me!
He pops you for 9 damage, bludgeoning.
Ugh.
And then the dude with the sword will swing out. Oof. Wow. His first hit really hits you, as you also take like a lot of 6s. Holy crap. You take a total, once again, of 9 slashing damage.
I am below half HP.
These dudes, he doesn't like the fact that he can't really see anymore, and so we're gonna see how his morale is standing, because he's pretty fucked. Oh yeah. He says, fuck this, I can eat some other day. And he begins to row the boat away.
Let's fucking go!
As the other
The
dudes
other guys
get,
in the boat's like, ah!
yeah, they get pissed at him, but then they remember that they have spears and blowguns. And so you are slightly out of their range, but they will still attempt it as they chunk spears at you. Let's see. It's a -2 per extra range, so with that one of them will actually still hit you with a spear. As you take
Really?
5
21?
Yep. As he hits you for 5 piercing as one of his weird, like, short jungle spears, which are basically just a sharpened stick. Bah! Hits you in the side.
Hold
And
on.
then
I don't think I can liberating step myself, right?
No, you cannot.
Damn. Okay. Yep, 5 is good.
Alright. And then we get to the last boat. The one dude drops a level in Possess, in Dazzled. Let's see, this dude. They're both still kind of fighting fit. So, this dude, for reasons, he's not gonna focus Gasa. He's gonna keep attacking the one soldier. And he kind of beats up on him a little bit, but the other one...
Sorry. This one's attacking the soldier?
Yes.
How many times does he hit him and damage him?
Let's see. With his efficiency, he hits him and damages him twice.
Twice?
Yes.
Okay. At the end of his turn, then, he takes 11 mental damage as he is overcome with regret.
Alright. After
God
he
damn.
freaking bludgeons the guard a good bit, you see him just become overbearing with
Yeah,
grief.
Gasa gives him a disapproving look.
He looks over at the chick he thinks is cute, and it's like, oh no, I've embarrassed myself in front of the chick I have a crush on. And
You're cringe, bro.
I'm cringe. Oh no. And and then this one, he's kind of grumpy at Gasa for slapping him in the face, so he's gonna attempt that flat
Another
check.
one coming.
Oh, that went through. So now he will make a swing,
Okay.
and that's a miss. He will attempt a second.
All right, another
It's also
flat
a
check.
miss. Yeah. He's making the flat checks, but missing the actual attack rolls.
I'll take it.
And then it goes to the NPCs dudes. This dude. Yeah, we'll just start with this dude, because he might actually finish this fight. While this dude is distracted by his grief and embarrassment, this dude catches him unawares with his sword and just stabs him right through the neck as he falls over into the water and disappears into the blacky brown. This dude
Casa gives a grim nod.
Efficiency. These two have been going back and forth a good bit, and it seems that he also is successful, though very fucked up. And so she will make use of another one of her heals to heal him up some more.
Thank fuck.
And then we go to Zig.
All right, I will grab my sword, and I want to attempt to do a dragging strike on this guy.
Alrighty.
That'd be a 32.
Yep, that is a hit and a crit.
All right.
So,
so with dragging strike, I essentially hook my sword like into them, and I move them 5 feet.
All right, what 5 feet? You want me
right there into the water.
All right,
and then I'm just gonna unhook my sword and just let him go down.
Okay. So you draw your special sword, hook him like underneath his collarbone, digging into him, and hurl him with all your orcish might off the side of the boat as you leave a massive gash in his chest. He splashes in the water, still alive, so he resurfaces, only to give you the grim sight as there's a bubbling and churning and ripping and gnashing of teeth as you watch this man slowly turn into a red puddle in the river from some unseen terror. I believe you have 2 actions left.
Yeah, so can I get within melee distance of this guy?
You can attempt so.
Alright, I will attempt that.
So you row 10 feet, then row another 10 feet. You do successfully get within melee, but you are currently out of actions.
Okay.
So it then goes to Bob, and Bob is gonna want to try to be useful now, seeing that all his other friends are showing off. He keeps Inspire Courage going, feeling the groove. He swings out, he misses. He swings out again, misses again.
Bob, you literally are better at shoving than you are at fucking swinging.
He's starting to see why he never uses that mace, but then it goes to a naughty.
I'm weak.
That's so funny.
Weak.
I need to see if he actually has these attacks set up right. But yep,
Well, he
naughty.
uses his strength, so yeah. Fuck. Do I just fucking annihilate this dude from close range again like I usually do?
I don't know, it's up to you.
Yeah, I will, because I have to do the combo this way. I will Hunter's Aim. I will Hunt Prey, same dude, then Hunter's Aim. So
what if you just snipe the guys over here and I can row to you and deal with those guys?
Because I have no penalty to shoot in melee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. At least that's what I've been told. Alright, so click clack. Jesus, that's the super crit, right?
Woo! Yeah, that's a double crit.
Alright, cool. He also gets this extra damage in crit.
Does it matter? He's taken 36, my gamer.
Oh, yeah. He's taking fucking 44 is what he is. I want to shoot him next to his other friend. Boom. Yeah. I want to stab him with the arrow, or like with the arrow, and then just fire him over the edge.
You ever see the movie Predator?
Yes.
So you reenact one of my favorite scenes from the Predator, where he's just focused so intently on combat, and all of a sudden there's an eruption through his chest. And he looks down to see a gaping hole going through him, at which point he just topples over into the water. And turns into a red puddle.
Contact!
Man, how are we not traumatized?
That is the question for all adventurers. How do they not need therapy?
Goss is your therapist.
I'm not sure, but I'm not sure I want the space god turning, my problems into okay.
But
just remember, all your problems are impossibly small in the grand vastness of space.
Yep. So nothing matters.
So true, Queen.
And I believe Anadi still has actions, right?
No, hunt prey, then shot, then hunter's aim.
And then we go to Gasa.
The combo requires hunter
Gasa. Alright, I'm not going to spend any more second level spells on this dude. Give me a will save.
Give a will. That's pretty good. You rolled a 19, which makes it a 26.
Alright, that is a success, so he's only frightened 1.
Ooh, he becomes frightened.
His bones only get crunched a little bit.
Nope. He's frightened 1, and Goss is going to go for another slap.
Alrighty.
Yep.
With a 12, unfortunately, even with the penalties.
13.
13. With the bonuses and the penalties, that is still a miss. As you go to slap him, he manages to sort of block your hand with an oar.
That's fair. Alright, that's Goss's turn.
With that, it goes to Alexander. What would you like to do, sir?
I would like to row... How many squares can I row?
You can move the boat 10 feet as a stride action.
Move it, like, right here.
Alright. Right here, or with you right there?
Like, right there, yeah.
Okay.
With me right there. And then I'll take an attack on this guy.
Alrighty.
So we will do... Well, bam.
Boom! You are a little thrown off from the rowing momentum, and you swing and go a little too wide.
Alright. Follow up. Well, bam. That's not any better.
Swing back with the backhand, and the teetering of the boat is throwing you off a little bit.
Damn it.
But it goes to these dudes' turns. And this dude...
So I do want to make a note.
Yes.
I don't think Bob would have hit, but his bonus is absolutely wrong.
Okay, I was starting to wonder.
He should be trained with his weapon, which means he has at least like a plus... What are we, plus 6? Yeah, so he should have a plus 7 to hit.
Oh, goodness.
He probably put the weapon in manual instead of...
Yeah, he did.
So he should have... He said a plus 6? Or plus 7?
He's only got a plus 2 right now. He should have a total of a plus... Actually, no, he should have a plus 8. Yeah.
So he should have a 13 to hit on the first one.
Yeah, 14 with the Inspire Courage, but I think that was still a miss.
And then a 10 to hit on the second one.
Oh well, he can make it up the next combat.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it comes to these dudes' turn. This dude with the busted face, he's gonna...
Last round, he's dazzled.
Alright. He's gonna flee into the jungle, go crying home to mom. These two,
with that.
seeing that everyone else is getting slaughtered.
He's running?
I'm doing the boat down here that's already docked.
Oh, okay.
They also will disembark and be like, fuck this, and just disappear into the jungle. This dude, he's surrounded, outmanned, so yeah, he will flee. He's not feeling this situation anymore. That's one stride, 2 strides.
As
strides.
he's moving away from me, I will get an attack of opportunity, and I will use the dragging strike.
Alrighty. Do it.
That'd be a 20.
That will hit. That's just enough to hit.
All right.
Alright, so as he
slashing?
moves, he would have got to right there. So where do you want to drag him into?
So if he's moving away, I would hook into him and then pull him off the boat into this square.
Alright. You hook him in like that weird sort of like open area in the top of your shoulder between your traps and your collarbone. Just stab him right in there and yank him back. He's already been hurt, but now he's hurt even more so as he bleeds into the river. And there's a gurgling scream as he turns into a bubbling red puddle.
Damn.
And disappears. And then this dude is also like, fuck this. And he will attempt to start rowing away.
Get the fuck out of here, buddy.
Just like, boo.
He uses all 3 of his actions. He doesn't quite make it to the shore, but he is definitely fleeing.
Is Anati gonna let him go?
Oh yeah. Do y'all guys
want me to
attacks?
You want me to hit with melee? Is that what you're asking?
No, I was wondering, like I was mainly asking if you were going to try to shoot him.
I mean, I probably will.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Does
I don't have
Alexander
much to heal myself.
have attack?
I don't have an
opportunity?
attack of opportunity. No,
Okay. It goes to the
don't?
NPCs
haven't taken it yet.
Oh.
who begin to
Oh, yeah.
tend to each other. Try to make sure everyone's okay, patch each other up. Let's see. 8+8. Okay. She, taking a quick survey of who all is hurt, she does manage to notice that you, Anati, are pretty hurt. And so she will
perfectly fine.
she will chi blast you with some healing magic. And you get 15 points of healing.
Me.
And then Sig goes to
I'm
you.
going to marry that girl.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
any
I'm
actions
so low on
you
HP.
would like to take?
I'll right the boat, and I will move to kind of go in this square and push this boat out of the way.
Alright.
This boat's diagonal. How do you do that?
Alrighty. Boat pushed.
All right.
And we go to Bob. Sensing that the danger is over, he will just use his actions to right the boat. And I said right the boat. Dang it. Dang it!
Zoom in a little, my guy.
There we go. He rights the boat, and then it goes to a Nadi.
Gee. Hunt prey.
Alright,
Click
hunting
back.
prey. This last living dude.
Hopefully it is arrivederci. No.
And with
Well-
a 24, that is a
Well,
hit.
wait a minute.
24,
There you
25.
go.
For a total of 19, 20,
23.
3 damage. As you
Fuck.
boom blow his back out, phrasing. But he is still alive, but he lets out a pained
Oh,
howl.
good. That means it's Gossa's turn.
Yep.
Oh, would Gossa like to take an action as well?
Gossa reaches a hand out to him,
Oh no.
and for 3 actions,
Yep.
he is seized by gravitic forces, and he needs to make a fortitude save.
Oh God.
Ooh, not one.
She rips his skeleton straight from his body.
Oh my
Like,
god.
there's just
Please
his
tell me.
bones carefree.
Like some fucking Looney Tunes shit. You
When
just see
I-
his skeleton fly out of the meat that is his body, that then crumples like literal just lump meat into the boat and slowly flow back to shore.
Anati, who's a little delirious from the pain, looks down at his crossbow and is just like, holy shit.
And with that, it seems that the combat is over. And everything is quiet once again on the river.
And we lived happily ever after.
And now everyone is heavily emotionally scarred, or traumatically scarred, from the horrible things they had to watch Gossa do to people.
Gossa's not scarred.
Oh, thank God she's on our team. Fuck.
Yeah,
But,
Snook yourself. Do not piss off Gossa.
I mean, I might.
And I can't believe you're trying to cheat on your true love.
She doesn't like me.
To
Well, it's not
bond
that she doesn't
with,
like. It's not. Listen, Bond is gonna get with Gossa. I will totally fucking. I'm a wingman for that shit. They're good friends. Much better than I.
His ships come out. But yeah, after all the Kuru are slain and or fled, people begin to look each other over, patch up wounds that they can, as you guys slowly make your way back down the river. And it is 10 o'clock, so we will have to call it here for the evening.
And we do some lay on hands refocusing for everybody.
Sure, we could do some last minute Medicare before we call the stream.
Alexander, you're like my best brother. Help me.
Join me in prayer, brother.
What?
Join me in prayer. We must refocus.
I pull out like every religious symbol, like Benny from the money. From the money.
Yeah, this one. No, this one.
Yeah.
Gossa offers healing to anybody who would like it as well.
Yeah, I mean, I could use a little bit, but I'm not like hurting.
Yeah, she can slap you for 10
All right.
or 12. Sorry, 12.
Yeah, Anadi gets 12 as well. Do you need more?
Yes.
Join me in prayer once more.
Yeah, we're gonna be here for at least 4
Focus on look inward. Focus on your self-improvement. What could you have done better?
Let's have an ARR real quick.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Yes. So my focusing, my god is Aurori, so I have to. My whole shit is like self-improvement, becoming the perfect mind, the perfect body.
Surprise! This is actually your quarterly review.
Yeah,
Aurori's a fun god.
Yeah.
Also, this is what I cast
and focus on self-improvement. To focus.
I suppose I could have focused on trying to get you guys to work better. Yeah.
What'd you cast?
I was trying to show you the one that I cast. It keeps being a syntax error. I'll send you a link to it.
Alrighty.
A honed mind makes for one good in combat, Anadi.
Mate, I'm not gonna lie. I think I usually
not that one.
obliterate people. Just wasn't expecting them to
your aim
be
is
like
true,
melee.
and now your resolve must be unbreakable.
You technically killed 2 people.
That's a whole different conversation.
But yeah. Whatever wounds you guys cannot patch up yourselves, Undril and her assistant lend a hand, both magically and medically, to do what they can. But with that, you guys have anything else to bring up before the end of the stream?
No, I'm Gucci.
That was fun. Yeah.
Thank you for hosting.
I like the river battle.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I'm glad we finally got to do one.
No deaths. None of our people were gods.
I'm glad you critically failed both saves you made against Bone Shaker.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking brutal.
Yeah, I'm glad she's on our side.
It's a fun spell.
Terrifying.
Is everyone good for the 27th next Friday?
I should be.
Yeah.
I will let you know if I'm not.
Cool. And so we will see you all again next Friday, and hopefully Ben will be able to join us and reassume his role as Bob. And we'll see how
fix his mace strike bonus.
Yeah, fix his character sheet. And we'll see how this river journey goes. All right.
Yeah.
Night stream.
Good night.
Good night.
Blarg.